A one-hit KO move is a move that KOs anything in just one hit. In theory, it should be the pinnacle of all moves. A move that ignores typing, stats, and even the Pokemon itself to deliver an inescapable doom seems like the kind of thing that keeps competitive players up at night. But it doesn't, because one-hit KO moves across the board are terrible. There's a simple reason why. The odds of a one-hit KO move actually hitting an opponent in competitive play are a piddly 30%. Unlike other moves with low accuracy, there is no way to increase the odds of a one-hit KO move actually hitting. Raising a Pokemon's accuracy, lowering a foe's evasion, even setting up the field condition gravity all have no effect at all. These moves are stuck at 30% accuracy no matter what you try. Unless, of course, you had a way to bypass accuracy altogether. See, there's an ability called No Guard, which at one point was the exclusive ability of the Machamp line. When a Pokemon with No Guard uses a move or is targeted by a move, that move cannot miss, no matter what. And this includes the powerful one-hit KO moves. Now, over a year ago, I tried to make the No Guard and one-hit KO move strategy work after a prophet told me it would win me favor with pop star Dua Lipa. In order to pull the strategy off, I had to do what can only be described as a ridiculous Tom and Jerry-esque setup, where I used Bronzong to set Trick-Room up on turn 1, then I had to use Bronzong to skill swap No Guard Golurk, who had to switch in on turn 2, and then on turn 3, I had to switch Golurk out into Lapras so I could skill swap it again, giving it No Guard on the third turn, and only after all this could I finally use Sheer Cold with perfect accuracy, assuming that I didn't lose first. If that sounds ridiculously overcomplicated, that's because it was. But I did manage to top cut the tournament that I entered anyway, somehow finishing 5th. Yet despite my success, the prophecy failed to come true, and Dua Lipa remained but a voice on the radio. I was demoralized, defeated, until I heard a whisper, a rumor. I dared not believe it. But when Pokemon Champions released, I knew I had to see for myself. I had to know. The first thing I did upon launching the game for the first time was check, to see with my own eyes. And there it was, a new hope. See, Pokemon Champions introduced a number of powerful new Mega Evolutions, many of whom get access to abilities that their base forms do not. While the masses were enthralled with the power of Mega Floette, and players who began playing recently discovered the power of Mega Charizard, I had my eye on a Mega Evolution receiving very little attention at all: Mega Hawlucha. Now, Mega Hawlucha on paper seems relatively unremarkable. While it does have nice offensive typing, it's actually not faster than many common threats in the format, such as Sneasler, Mega Gengar, and Mega Frostlass. Moreover, while it can use powerful fighting and flying type moves, it doesn't really have any way of taking advantage of its shiny new ability, No Guard. Mega Hawlucha prefers to use moves with 100% accuracy like Close Combat and Brave Bird, meaning No Guard is actually more of a hindrance than a help, since all it does here is boost the accuracy of moves targeting Mega Hawlucha. Mega Hawlucha also does not get access to Skill Swap, the move I used last time to give No Guard to my one-hit KO user. So what's the big idea here? Is it just that Mega Hawlucha is a more useful Pokemon to have on your team than base form Golurk? No, it is much, much bigger than that. See, there's another move that allows Pokemon to give their ability to another, and it's called Entrainment. Unlike Skill Swap, which switches the abilities of the user and the target, Entrainment overwrites the ability of the target with the ability of the user. So rather than needing to pull off a convoluted combo that takes 3 turns to set up and doesn't even allow me to attack until the 4th turn of the battle, Entrainment Mega Hawlucha allows me to pull off the full combo in just 1 turn, using Entrainment and a powerful one-hit KO move in the same turn, knocking out any Pokemon in the game. I can even train Mega Hawlucha to be bulky, even surviving Mega Frostlass Blizzard, because I don't need to invest points into its attack stat, since what I really wanted to do is just click Entrainment. But now the question becomes, who should be our one-hit KO user? And this is a much harder question to answer than you might think. My initial instinct was to use Excadrill, who can hold the Choice Scarf and has access to not 1, but 2 one-hit KO moves in Fissure and Horndrill. But the problem that I ran into was against Fake Out. This guaranteed flinching move would stop Hawlucha before it could use Entrainment, while the partner Pokemon dealt with Excadrill. I had the same problem when I tried Choice Scarf Tyrantrum. Kingambit is one of the best Pokemon in the game right now, and it learns the one-hit KO move Guillotine, but its weaknesses to fire, ground, and fighting make keeping it alive really difficult. I had the same issue with pretty much every Ice-type Pokemon that I tried. Their poor defensive typing made it difficult to keep them alive long enough to get value out of the combo. Lapras, who was my choice last time, is not currently legal in Pokemon Champions. So the fast Pokemon don't work because they're too frail, and the slow Pokemon don't work because they have too many weaknesses. Somehow, the problem that I'm running into isn't with my no-guard Pokemon, but with my actual one-hit KO user? How is that possible? But I realized that I missed something. A Pokemon with tremendous bulk and only one weakness that learns a one-hit KO move. For this team, our star player is Snorlax. Snorlax, as a pure normal type, is only weak to fighting type moves. It also has tremendous bulk, especially when combining its high HP stat with its good special defense stat. Its physical defense stat leaves a bit to be desired, but we can boost it up with the move Stockpile. Stockpile raises Snorlax's defense and special defense up to 3 times. Boosting Snorlax's defense has a secondary benefit because in addition to Fissure and Protect, its final move is Body Press, a fighting type move that does more damage the higher the user's defense stat is. In other words, Stockpile boosts Snorlax both defensively and offensively. Snorlax also gets the Thick Fat ability, causing it to take reduced damage from both fire and ice type attacks. This gives it an incredible matchup against Mega Charizard Y, allowing it to stockpile without fear in front of Game Freak's favorite baby boy. The leftovers item will heal Snorlax a little bit every turn, but what happens if Snorlax gets too low? Its low speed stat makes it vulnerable to powerful and fast attackers, which is especially true before it gets stockpile set up. Fortunately, there is a Pokemon that helps with both of these issues. Sinistcha. Sinistcha has the ability Hospitality, which heals its partner for a quarter of their maximum HP every single time the user switches in. Between leftovers and Hospitality, it is extremely hard to remove Snorlax after even one stockpile. Sinistcha can also support Snorlax by redirecting fighting type attacks away from it thanks to its move Rage Powder. And since it's a ghost type, Sinistcha is fully immune to fighting type moves. Sinistcha can also use the move Trick Room, reversing the speed order for the next 5 turns and causing Snorlax to almost always be the first to move. Sinistcha is very bulky and can even survive Kowtow Cleave from Kingambit, but its weakness to ghost moves is a bit spooky. Both Mega Gengar Shadow Ball and Basculegion Last Respects threaten to KO it in one hit, so I'll use the Kasib Berry, which reduces the damage from super effective ghost type moves. To complete our core, I'm adding Incineroar. The idea here is that Incineroar can help Snorlax set up Stockpile with Intimidate and Fake Out, buying me a crucial turn to get set up. From here, Incineroar can use Parting Shot to both weaken a dangerous foe and to bring Hawlucha in safely, allowing me to finish my setup with Entrainment. While we have the option of just going for Entrainment and Fissure on turn 1, the strategy is way more dangerous if Snorlax becomes bulky first. Incineroar is holding the Pasho Berry to help with a difficult rain matchup, and its last 2 moves are Throat Chop and Protect. Protect is actually quite unusual on Incineroar, but I have it here because, well, we'll get there. At this point, it's clear that this team has a weakness. Flying types like Aerodactyl, Charizard, and Corviknight are immune to Fissure, and also are not especially threatened by Body Press. These Pokemon also threaten Hawlucha and Sinistcha for super effective damage, while I'm unable to get rid of them quickly. So, the 5th member of this team is none other than Politoed. One of my all-time favorite Pokemon, Politoed is the bulkier of the 2 rain setters that are in the game right now. Despite being trained entirely in its bulk, Politoed's Weather Ball attack is a force to be reckoned with. If the rain is active, it will do actual serious damage. Politoed can use Encore to disrupt Pokemon trying to set up, like Iron Defense Corviknight, and it also has Protect. But the real reason to tier is its final move, Perish Song. My all-time favorite move, Perish Song puts a timer on all Pokemon on the field of 3 turns. At the end of every turn, the timer decreases by 1. And when it hits 0, the Pokemon faints. With Fissure, Snorlax can take out the grounded Pokemon, and when my opponent has only 2 Pokemon left, Perish Song can steal the deal, regardless of whether or not they touch the ground. It's kind of a pick your poison situation. Would you rather faint in 1 turn or 3? Of course, Perish Song does have a pretty major weakness. All you have to do to get rid of the counter is switch your Pokemon out. which is why the final Pokemon on this team prevents switching. Introducing Mega Gengar. My all-time favorite Mega evolution is also the only one with the Shadow Tag ability, preventing any non-ghost type foes from manually switching out. Not only is Mega Gengar the perfect partner for any Perish Song Pokemon, it can even use Perish Song itself. And even better, it loves the support that Incineroar and Sinistcha offer, buying it time to set the song up and keeping the team topped up while the timer ticks down. Shadow Ball can be used to threaten the ghost types who can't be trapped, while Disable has synergy with Politoed's Encore, forcing any Pokemon hit by both to struggle. The original version of this team, with Lapras and Golurk, also had a Perish Trap mode, so it felt only fitting to finish this team with 1-2. Against teams that have multiple flying type Pokemon such as Pelipper and Mega Dragonite teams, and against teams with too much burst damage like Mega Floette teams, I'll rely on the Perish Trap mode to get me through. Otherwise, it's Fissure time. If you want to use this team for yourself, you can do so using the rental code on screen here. Now, I'm here to offer you the same deal that I did in the last one-hit KO video. This team is completely bananas. It is ridiculous. Even if you are a veteran Pokemon player who's played since 1996, I guarantee you that if you watch this video in full, you will see something that you have never seen before. If this happens for you, I ask that you subscribe. Now let's talk about the tournament that I'll be entering. This is my first tournament in Pokemon Champions, and I want it to be a big one. So I chose the single biggest tournament that I could find, a tournament with over 400,000 entrants. It's the Global Challenge, one of the only official tournaments with real stakes that's played online. Now, it is true that this specific global challenge does not award any championship points, which are the currency used to qualify for the World Championships, but it's still an extremely important tournament for Japanese players. This tournament is the first step towards qualifying for their national championships, which is how they qualify for Worlds. Japan is widely regarded as one of the strongest, if not the single strongest region in all of competitive Pokemon. With their season on the line, Japanese players will be giving everything they have to this tournament. In other words, there isn't really a more intense tournament that I could use to test out my team. This tournament takes place over 3 days, with players unlocking 15 games a day that will roll over if they go unused. It's a ladder-style tournament. Everyone starts with 1500 rating, and a win will get you 10 to 15 points, while a loss will cost you 15 to 20. I actually won one of these tournaments earlier this season, and I did it with a final rating of 1810. I would be thrilled to make it to 1800 this time around, but I do not know how likely that is. Now, the full unedited, uncut VOD of this run is 9 hours long. In order to get it even close to an acceptable length for YouTube, I had to cut nearly half of the games from the final video. However, if you would like to watch the full unedited version, that's available for all tiers on Patreon. The Patreon not only has lots of extra battling content, but it also has tons of resources around improving as a competitive player. There's an entire course on there in the Gym Leader tier where I put as much of the knowledge that I've accrued over the last 15 years as I could into an 8-lecture course intended to teach you everything you need to know about competitive play. Patreon directly supports the channel and allows us to invest time into big projects, so if you have the funds and are interested in the content, you should give it a look. With all that being said, I do have a confession. I built this team mostly on theory. I haven't actually given it a rigorous test yet, but there's no time like the present. It's time to start my first tournament of Pokemon Champions. Morning gamers, rise and grind, let's get this victory royale. Here we are with the Grand Challenge 2026, my first tournament in Champions. That's very exciting. I do not know how this is gonna go. There's a lot of very, oh cool, that's a cool little feature. This is a a very interesting team, and I could see it going well, and I could see it going extremely poorly. Let's see what we are up against here. Okay, so here's the first thing I noticed about this team, folks. The first thing I noticed about this team is that it is 6 Pokemon that are on the ground, which I like to see. I'm inclined to bring these 3. The question is who's my 4th. I like Sinistcha's healing, but I honestly think this team is dual weather. I think I should be bringing Politoed here. I need to be really careful with my Incineroar because I could have trouble versus the Whimsicott if it goes for Encore on the turns where I stockpile. I think this is a game where I want to set up stockpile first and then go for Fissure, but yeah, everything is grounded. So as long as, and there's not really that many, there's no fighting type on the team. So I need to watch out for stuff like Fake Tears Whimsicott, for example. But other than that, things look like this looks pretty reasonable to me. I need to keep my Snorlax's health in mind. I cannot be playing too aggressively. Body Press is also really good in this matchup because they have 2 Pokemon that are weak to it, and Goodra's special defense is a lot higher than its physical defense. So if I get boosted, yeah, that'll be good. Okay, Frostlass and Whimsicott are the leads. So I don't think this is a great lead for me. I don't think it's a terrible lead either, though. Because I have Thick Fat. So with Thick Fat, I'm actually, Snorlax has an incredible matchup into Frostlass. I'm gonna go for Parting Shot into Frostlass and Stockpile. I suspect this Whimsicott is actually Zoroark, but I'm not willing to go for Throat Chop into it because I want to get the, I want to get the Stockpile up. And I need to get Instant off the field, actually, because I need his health for later. Okay, it is Mega Frostlass, so that means that I'll be able to bring in Politoed here and reset the weather, which is good. I need to get my my No Guard up. Okay, it's not, it's true Whimsicott. It's not false Whimsicott. So what they go for here, it is just Aurora Veil. The thing is, okay, in theory, Aurora Veil is a very, very good move because Aurora Veil reduces all incoming damage for the next 5 turns. An incredible, incredible move. But here's the problem with Aurora Veil. The problem with Aurora Veil is that it doesn't protect you from Fissure. So yeah, they got Aurora Veil and Tailwind up, which in normal cases would be excellent. You double your team's speed, you reduce all incoming damage, and look, they're not even taking any damage on this turn. That's amazing. The problem is, it doesn't save them from my team's strategy. My team's strategy is doing flat fixed damage, and the fixed damage it does is 100%. The thing is that now it's going to be a bit tricky for me to position. I couldn't go into Hawlucha there because they would just go for Blizzard plus Moonblast. So what I need to do is kind of reroute this in a way that's careful. So here I've brought in Politoed. They're going to switch out their Frostlass, I'm almost positive. So what I want to do is switch back into Incineroar and go for another Stockpile. I could go for Body Press because I think if they have Tyranitar, they would think about bringing it in here. If not, they might think about Excadrill. So basically what I expect to happen in this turn is Frostlass switches, Whimsicott Encores, Politoed switches into Incin, I Stockpile. Next turn, I expect to go for Parting Shot, a Stockpile, let them do whatever, go into Hawlucha. Okay, it is Zoroark. Okay. Ugh, that can't be good. I mean, I have Throat Chop available. Throat Chop's actually looking pretty good. Should I Throat Chop them or should I Parting Shot? It is Encore, okay. So I'm gonna be locked into Stockpile for a little bit. The thing is that the problem is that with this Tailwind up, I don't really want to take a Moonblast from Whimsicott, right? I guess I actually need to waste a turn somehow. Throat Chop and Stockpile. They Leech Seed. Oh, that's not good. Hold on a second. Good thing I don't have No Guard. Am I right? Am I right? They actually U-turn here. I should have Parting Shotted. Okay, let's see what they go into. Okay. Leech Seed changes things a bit because Leech Seed is going to do fixed damage. It's not such a big deal. If I Parting Shotted, I'd be in good shape. But I didn't think they were going to go for a U-turn, Hisuian Zoroark. Also, what other ability does it even get? Frostlass again. Okay, here's Throat Chop. It's not doing very much. I crit them. That's not necessarily good. Yeah, that's actually not so good, right? Yeah, this sucks. Okay, here's Stockpile. I'm +3 now. It's lucky that I dodged the Leech Seed. Excadrill, okay. Okay, here's the crucial turn. Now I definitely have to switch. I go into Hawlucha. I have to Stockpile again. It sucks, but I have to do it. The thing is, only one of these Pokemon can be Sash, and they have 3 Pokemon who all typically hold the Sash. What is Zoroark's other ability that's not disguised? Or can Zoroark not be disguised as Mega Pokemon? Is that how it works? I think it only gets disguised. Am I just crazy? Oh, Illusion, sorry, not disguise. Okay, let's see what they go for here. They go for Leech Seed and they connect. So they're gonna be healing a ton every single turn. I need to keep that in mind. See what they go for here. High Horsepower does nothing. Here I'm now kind of in position. I go for Stockpile, it fails. I'm now getting Leech Seeded, but if I Fissure that slot, they won't be able to, then I'll cancel out the healing. And I don't think they're gonna be able to, like with leftovers, I'm not actually that worried about that right now. Snorlax's Encore finally ends. So this turn I'm able to switch moves unless they Encore me again. The thing is, I think they should be worried about Hawlucha. So I'm gonna Entrainment my Snorlax, and I'm going to Fissure the Whimsicott. And if they go for Encore, I can attack next turn with my Hawlucha. Because now my Snorlax is fully set up. So even though I'm taking a little, I'm losing effectively 1/16 health every single turn, which is bad for sure. Definitely bad. The thing is that eventually I will be able to Fissure. Let's say they Encore, the Tailwind. Oh, Whimsicott doubles its team speed, but they could go for Rock Slide here, which would be really scary, or Iron Head. It is Rock Slide. It can never miss my Hawlucha. Do I flinch here? I just need Hawlucha. I actually need both Pokemon to attack here. Okay, here's Entrainment. That's the most important one because now I have Fake Out available on the following turn. Snorlax now has No Guard, and if I hit this Fissure, I hit the Fissure. Okay, it always connects. 100% accuracy. Fissure goes into Whimsicott. Does it Focus Sash? It does. That's okay though. That's really truly okay because now what is Whimsicott gonna do? It can't Encore me into yeah, it can't Encore me here. I guess it can, but I think that Encore, we both want the same thing right now is what I will say. I think that we both are interested in me using Fissure if they go for Encore. So Whimsicott's in some danger here. It probably doesn't have Protect is my instinct. So Aurora Veil's gone, but it's kind of a little bit too late. I go for Instant here to set up for a Fake Out next turn. And so they need a big crit here, I think. Without a crit or a lot of flinches, they're going to be in real trouble. We've seen, by the way, Tailwind, Encore, and Leech Seed on Whimsicott, so we suspect it probably doesn't have Protect because it probably has Moonblast. That's why I'm Fissuring it, because it... Okay, here's Iron Head. Crit would do some damage. Let's see what they go for with this thing. Moonblast, I guess. Okay, they don't have Protect. That confirms it. So next turn, even if I flinch here, I get to go for Fake Out into Excadrill and Fissure into Whimsicott. Let's see if I flinch. I do flinch. That's okay. It's totally fine. Whimsicott's healing a lot, but it's not healing out of Fissure range. And now I have an unstoppable Fake Out plus Fissure here, which I suspect they do not want to see. Here's Fake Out into the Excadrill. It's trying to buy time with flinches, but it's going to get flinched itself as Whimsicott has nothing to do. It can Moonblast one of my Pokemon for a little chip, but it doesn't really matter here is the truth because it's going to get fissured. And by the way, once Whimsicott goes down, I open up a secondary win condition with Perish Song because I have all 4 of my Pokemon left. And they're sacrificing Zoroark here. I actually don't know if I agree with this. Zoroark at least is an offensive Pokemon. Here's Fake Out, hits the Excadrill. We know they don't have Focus Sash, but if they had one, it would be gone. And here's another Fissure that cannot miss. Snorlax, with all of its bulk, able to pick up 1-hit KO after 1-hit KO on all these grounded Pokemon. Zoroark goes down in 1 hit. And on this turn, I actually get a little bit of recovery. I get a little bit of recovery. And like I said, I have another win condition now. I can go into Politoed. Not only could I Weather Ball, like Weather Ball and Brave Bird are threatening KOs on both these Pokemon that are left, not to mention close combat. But I also, I fully speak Politoed. I also still have Perish Song. 1 Perish Song in the game ends. I'm fissuring the Whimsicott because I know it can't protect. That's the main reason. I've only seen 3 moves from Excadrill, Rock Slide, Iron Head, and High Horsepower. Right now, instant switches. Politoed comes in, and now they need a lot of flinches now, is my instinct. Rock Slide comes out. This cannot miss Snorlax because of No Guard. Remember, No Guard affects incoming Pokemon attacks, not just outgoing ones. Here's Moonblast into Snorlax. The critical won't KO me here. But they really need the flinch more than that. I think the flinch is actually more impactful than the crit. I do hit another Fissure. 1 more for the road. Whimsicott brought down to 0 with a 1-hit KO. Whimsicott took 2 Fissures. Snorlax hits 3 Fissures this game so far. They are now going to lose to Mega Hawlucha. I'm going to go for Perish Song here. It guarantees a win if I attack anyway. And I'm going to go for Fissure because I'd like to let Snorlax clean it up if possible. They need Rock Slide to hit both, flinch both, and for that to happen for a long time. And you can see now that Whimsicott's gone. By the way, my Snorlax, the Leech Seed, it's still technically Leech Seeded, but it's not losing any health at the end of every turn. The reason this matters is because let's say Whimsicott switched out and then switched in for the Excadrill slot, it could not Leech Seed me again. Sometimes in formats where Leech Seed Pokemon are popular, you'd see people Leech Seed their own Pokemon to deny the healing on the opponent. That's gonna be a win, and that felt pretty good is what I will say. That was a pretty good one. Snorlax, super tanky, took all these attacks, got Leech Seeded, didn't even really matter to be honest, and was able to, just fissure everything to death. So it's pretty early. I need a little breakfast, I think. So I'm gonna take a little break, but I will be back soon with more. Hashtag 1-hit KO team. Bye-bye. Let's just say there's 1 fewer banana in the world. How do I see my ranking? I'm sure I'm in like the thousands right now, but like, I want to know. Okay, here's the thing. I'm just wondering if I'm missing it. Okay. So this is a Trick Room team. Probably. They have 1 Trick Room setter, but this team is overall pretty slow. And the thing about teams that are slow and have 6 grounded Pokemon is they need to be very, let's say, wary. Oh, but this team has Emboar. Ugh. Emboar will kill me dead in the street. And wait, this team has 2 fighting types. Ugh. I should probably bring Instant, but what if they bring my Milotic? All in entrainment, I guess? Like, the thing is that Emboar is so strong, and I can't really KO it very easily. I think I need to respect Heracross as well. I gotta bring Instant here. At first I was like, yeah, this is easy money, but now I'm like, this is hard money. This might not even be money. The issue is the Milotic. That's what's messing everything up here. Because if I could go for a stockpile first, or like if I could do, okay, Slowking is good. Slowking is good. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Who am I more afraid of here? Slowking or Glaceon? I definitely am supposed to do a trainment here. The thing is, I actually want Trick Room to go up because my Snorlax is so slow. So I think I fissure the Glaceon. I can always switch in, like let's say they go into Emboar here. I have the ability to switch in Sinistra and Protect, and then I can Rage Powder. What I'm worried about is if I KO Glaceon, that becomes harder. I could get frozen, by the way. Okay, here's entrainment. Snorlax losing Thick Fat, which actually is relevant right now, and gaining access to a much scarier ability in No Guard. Let's see what they go for now. Blizzard comes out, hits both. It actually has to hit both. I've made their jobs easy. You know, I'm actually trained to survive Mega Frostless Blizzard. So this Glaceon is stronger than Mega Frostless Blizzard, which is not a sentence I thought I'd be saying. They're chilling receptioning. Oh, hey, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I've actually never seen that animation in game. Okay, now snow is up. So I think that's fine, right? Fine, yes or no? Heracross, okay. That's a bit spooky, but I get to fissure. I get to fissure the Glaceon here, which is really nice. So we get the 1-hit KO here. The Glaceon, there's nothing they can do. The question here is, should I go into Instant or should I go into Sinistra? Here's the thing. I don't know what they have in the back. I know they have Slowking. We might have Blizzard, by the way. And then it's one of Instant, Emboar, and Milotic. Is it crazy to say that I think I should go into Instant here? I'm gonna go Instant. Please not Milotic. Please not Milotic. Please not Milotic. Okay. It's lit. Fake Out plus Fissure seems reasonable here. I'm not really scared of Slowking. I have healing in the back with Sinistra, Fake Out here, and a Fissure that cannot miss. Sorry about that. They switch Heracross out, actually, so who's coming in? Arcanine. Arcanine. Oh, boy. Okay, I gotta be careful here. I wish I'd Fissured this Slaw. I guess it's fine. Like, it's not like Arcanine is super threatening on its own. They Scald my instant, but I have the Pasha Berry. Yeah, the thing is that now Heracross is looking a bit scarier, right? Because it's not intimidated. Maybe I should have stockpiled. Is that crazy? I think I was supposed to stockpile here. Fissure connects, but this is suddenly like, we're kind of... Here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about Incin. I'm worried about the world in which, like, this turn I protect and switch to Sinistra. That's fine. I'm worried about the world in which the Mega, like, the Snorlax Flare Blitz KOs my Sinistra, which I don't think is super likely, but it's probably possible. It could also have Overheat, though I guess I'll figure out here. Like, I'm worried about Flare Blitz KOing Sinistra and then Close Combat KOing my Snorlax. So I'm back to full. Let's run a little cheeky damage calc here. They actually don't Mega Evolve. Oh, are they could be Choice Scarf, it's possible. Okay, they are going for close combat into the protect, so they're actually faster here. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. It got me in one. All of these Pokemon are okay. Because I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to go down to Flare Blitz there. I no longer have access to Rage Powder. Okay, how fast is Heracross naturally? Because I don't know if this thing is Choice Scarf or not. It's 10 points slower than Arcanine. That doesn't tell us anything here, because the Heracross can be fast and the Arcanine can be slow. Wait, is it 10? Yeah, Arcanine's 95, right? I mean, we just have to go for it, right? Fake out into Heracross, and we're gonna say, God, I hope this works. Fissure into Heracross. They switched out earlier when they could have protected. They don't protect. Okay, I don't think Flare Blitz critical hit KOs my Snorlax here. Heracross flinches. Play rough, misses into Incin. And a Fissure, the third Fissure of the match comes out, connects with Heracross. That's so funny. And with that, I think we're probably gonna take this one. Play rough Arcanine. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be able to one-shot my max HP, max defense, bold Snorlax. I'm still at full HP. Here's Flare Blitz. Let's see how much this says at -1. Yeah, I don't think a critical hit was getting there. Now we actually get to scout for game 2. We can see if it's Citrus Berry or not. Not Citrus. Also, there's no game 2. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Arcanine. I will say it's a bit overkill, right? I could have gone for Body Press in this scenario, but Fissure's way funnier. Fissure is way, way funnier. All right, and just like that, another win on the books for us. Oh, okay. I see my placement. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That's like my IQ divided by 100. Wait. Whatever. Jack 7. What happened to the first 6? Okay, so this team has Sneasler and Milotic, which is pretty spooky. Okay, I could try Perish Trapping. The issue is they're Gengar. Like, I can't... it's kind of tricky. I think I do 1, 2, 3 here. I think I do Incin here. Because I don't know if I'm going to have that much time to stockpile. I don't think they have Perish Trap Gengar is my hope. Garchomp Noivern. That's actually fine, right? I have to watch out. Wait, how fast is Noivern? Does it outspeed me? 123. I think that's faster than Hawlucha. Let's say it has Hurricane. Hurricane might kill me here, and they are a couple points faster. So I think what I want to do here is go for Mega Evolve Detect and stockpile here. I'm not that worried about my Snorlax. This Hawlucha could be a problem though, because if you think about it, I can't really, like, I brought a flying weakness in the back with my Sinistra. Does Sinistra go down to Hurricane? It could also go down to Hurricane. If this thing has a boosting item, I'm definitely dead. Here's Detect. But I can't really get through the Noivern very quickly, can I? Scarf Garchomp, okay. Good to know. Hits, even though I don't have no guard. What the heck is that? What do I go for with the Noivern here? I had my opportunity and I missed it. I missed it. And I flinched. Okay. So, I mean, with Scarf Garchomp, I can't. I'm actually in danger here, right? I think what I need to do is reroute this. I think I need to go into Incin. I should have just gone for Entrainment, but I might have flinched. anyway. Yeah, this Noivern is going to be a problem. I think what I need to do is... Parting Shot would be great here. I don't know how likely that is. Here's Rock Slide again. Hits both again. Oh god, okay. Do it. Noivern goes for Draco Lax. Air Slash. Okay, that's good. Okay, then I don't need to go for Parting Shot. Okay, stockpile 1. Great. I don't really want to sack Incin, but I also am not sure that I have a choice. Fun fact, I don't know if I have a choice. Take out here, stockpile here, waste a turn of Tailwind, so there's only one left. I have Sinistra in the back, so I'm probably gonna have to body press this Noivern down eventually. Here's Fake Out. Like 15% isn't a lot, obviously, but it's not nothing either. These Rock Slides can miss, which it begs the question, why are they not missing? flinch, and let's see if I flinch. Okay, stockpile 2. I'm going to 3 for sure. This is when Tailwind ends, right? This is the last turn Tailwind. So I think I may as well just parting shot the Noivern here. They miss. Instant. That's great. That's great. That's great. Double. Nope, that's fine. I don't need Snorlax. Is like a third stockpile is only, it's nice, but it's not mandatory. The air slash into Instant though. Do I live? Do I flinch? Instant is way better if it survives. Okay, great. Okay, here's -1 the Noivern. That's a big deal as Tailwind ends. The thing is, because of this Garchomp's rock sliding scarf nature, I'm like not in perfect shape here, but even if I don't get the third stockpile up with Instant and Sinistra in the back, I'm pretty bulky. Here's third stockpile. So like they're gonna have trouble getting through Lax. The only question now is, can I get a 1 entrainment on my Lax and I become basically super scary? Not guaranteed I can always get crit with like Sneasler or something, but yeah, Tailwind ends as I get this going. Let's see if they are faster than me. I'm gonna entrainment. I'm gonna go for it here. I'm gonna go for Fissure. There's no point hedging against a rock slide flinch on Hawlucha in my opinion. They can't flinch they can't miss my Hawlucha. You go for rock slide, they miss Snorlax, which is good. This always connects because of no guard. For -1 and 60. It's pretty good odds of flinching here. I lose half my health. Please don't flinch, Hawlucha. Okay, please hit the Fissure. Okay. All right. Well, I'm in some pretty serious trouble now, I think. Okay, I think I'm in danger. I'm gonna try and body press this thing, I think. And this is why I have body press for situations like these where I get flinched and therefore can't get the setup off. Ultimately, this Noivern is annoying, but I can beat it with body press, right? And as long as I can always. Also, how much PP does rock slide have? Service rock slide. There you go. Here's body press. 85 into 50, so 2 more of those will get it. Like, fine. You want to play this way? We can play this way. It's fine with me. Body press. Secondary threat. How much PP does rock slide have? Because I've clicked it about 1 billion times so far. Rock slide, I want to say 12, but it might be more. It's 12, okay. How many times have they clicked it so far? I've had 3 stockpiles. It's been at least 5. This is at least their 6th one. They will eventually run out. They miss again. Instant dodges again. That's my goat. You can see that this Garchomp's rock slide is doing 7 damage. I will die here, but it's still nice to not take an air slash on this slot. If I had Politoed, this would be a really good time to bring it in. It's fine. Sinistra has a chance to set up Trick Room, which is going to be nice. They haven't gone with a Mega yet, which I do need to be wary of. The issue is if it's Gengar Mega, I have to Fissure it. We'll protect and Body Press here. The thing is, like, a lot of these Pokemon resist Body Press, right? They switch Garchomp out, actually. That's not good. Is this Gengar? The Sneasler. Okay, that's okay. It means I'm not getting flinched on this turn, at least. They protect Noivern. I should have gone for Trick Room. Oh my god, I should have gone for Trick Room. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, they have all these Pokemon that resist Body Press, which is fine. It just sucks. Who else think it? Okay. I have Rage Powder available. I honestly think I just need to go for Trick Room. Like, even super effective close combat shouldn't do that much. And, okay, they air slash me half. It's not good. They go for Throat Chop. That's not good. I live. Okay, Sinistra, as long as it doesn't flinch here, I'll be okay. Body Press comes out. 20% left. Okay, Trick Room goes up. It's not so good for me, to be honest. But I've seen worse as well. Okay, now we just need 1 entrainment. Like, we're really close to being able to win this. The question is, can we actually do it? I'm gonna Machigotchi here, and I'm actually gonna leave the Noivern alive. The thing is, what made Noivern threatening is that I can't Fissure it, but right now I need to think about, like, not just winning the turn, but winning the game. And the best thing I can do to win the game is get a burn on the Sneasler. They protect Noivern, okay, that means they're not protecting Sneasler here. We would really love to see Machigotchi burn. Machigotchi burn changes the game. Oh, that does a lot. Hold on, we might not even need the burn then, because that did what? 45? So as long as Machigotchi does 10%, which means basically if it connects here. Great. Okay, perfect. 10%? Way more than 10. That's 18. Okay, cool. A burn would be nice, but not mandatory. That's okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, I know it looks bad here. We're going to try and solo this game with Snorlax now. Because here's what's happened. Sinistra's gone down, which gives me a switch back into my Hawlucha, and we have Trick Room up, don't forget. So on this turn, I can Body Press either Pokemon for a KO, and I can Entrainment the Snorlax. They have Throat Chop. Does that mean they don't have Protect? I'm going to go for Entrainment here, and I can actually guarantee that it works by Body Pressing the Sneasler. Okay, I got the Sneasler. Great, and I got the KO. Great. Okay, so the 3 stages of increased defense make a big difference here. You can see the advantage of Body Press over something like Smackdown, which is the other move I was considering. Hawlucha should move next. Here's Entrainment. Okay, I finally have no guard on Snorlax. We know that Garchomp has Choice Scarf. The Noivern's -1, by the way, still. Do you all remember that? Air Slash comes out, cannot miss. I might survive. Ooh, that's really good. That means I can actually Fissure the partner and Brave Bird the Noivern here. Now I have +3 full HP Snorlax. I got rid of their only fighting type. Ideally, they go into Garchomp here, because Garchomp I know doesn't have Protect because it's Choice Scarf. And I know it's Choice Scarf because it has Rock Slide flinched me into Oblivion. Genjar, okay, that's the scary thing. All right, how many Genjar are left? We've got to be nearly out, right? 2, that's great. Okay, I Brave Bird here, and I Fissure into the Gengar. And I say, God, I hope this works. The scary thing here is what happens if Noivern switches to Garchomp and Gengar protects. Okay, it is Mega Gengar, but they don't switch out Noivern. We just need to watch out for Perish Song here. Hawlucha surviving is really clutch. Incineroar's Parting Shot playing a big role here. Fissure comes out and connects with Mega Gengar. They Mega Evolved. Gengar has feet? Did you all see that? I don't even want to do commentary anymore. That was kind of disturbing. I think I forgot that it has feet. Ugh. Gengar has feet? I guess it has feet before it Mega Evolves, but I just never thought about it. I used Fissure and I won, but was like, I don't feel like I won. I feel like I lost. I had to look at Gengar's feet. I had to learn that Mega Gengar has feet. Oh man. I see why they call it No Guard, because I was not ready for that. Okay, Garchomp comes in, it's Choice Scarfed. Trick Room is still up. Sinistcha's Parting Gift comes in here. And a Fissure that cannot miss sends Garchomp into the center of the earth, where honestly after this match, I think this particular Garchomp belongs. Who else think it? Here we go. Fissure comes out, cannot miss. I like that the Pokemon sweats a little bit. That's a funny touch. This is for all those rock slides, you dang land shark. Okay, that's a win. Okay, that one could have been worse, to be honest. Like, it was pretty dicey there in the middle, but yeah, overall definitely could have been worse. Not complaining. Okay, taking a break. I am so tired. Bye-bye. Okay, we're back. We're at 1588 rating. We're at mid-2000s ranking. Let's see who we're up against here. Okay, a Sand team, but I think this is actually a pretty good matchup because this is a Sand team where they're 5 physical attackers against my Intimidate Pokemon with no competitive. There's no Defiant. The question is, who's my 4th Pokemon here? Because both these two are really good. Polydrone gives me Rain, which is effective against Tyranitar, and gives me leftovers healing. I think it's Politoed here. I hit 3 Mons for super effective with Weather Ball. Encore could do something. I need to watch out for Sinistcha though. Like the thing is, I might get burnt, right? I think I'm gonna do Sinistcha here instead because I think I could use the recovery. I think I might need the recovery. Also, this is better versus Bastion. This means that I'm more reliant on Snorlax though. So I need to be really careful to make sure that I get my entrainment off. Overall though, I think this is a pretty positive matchup. Like I could still lose of course, but my initial impression is positive. Let's see who they lead with here. They're on a win streak. 4 win streak. That's pretty spooky. Sinistcha and Instant are the leads, so I think that's good for me. Who else think it? I'm gonna Parting Shot the Sinistcha, and I'm going to stockpile here. I'm not in any danger here from damage. I'm only in danger of Fake Out and Burn from Machagacha. But I think this is a really favorable lead. Fake Out comes out into Lax. That's honestly okay. Let's see what they go for here. A Rage Powder, interestingly enough. Oh, are they gonna try and stop my entrainment? I mean, they can delay it. I don't know if they can fully stop it. I basically had a Parting Shot off here. I won't say for free, but I won't say that it cost me anything either. I don't even lose any health. Okay, I think that now what I can do here is we can actually use one of the quirks of No Guard to my advantage here. We're gonna Entrainment and Fissure here. I think they are gonna Rage Powder, but the thing is that if they Rage Powder, they will redirect Entrainment, which is bad, which is definitely bad. But the thing is that it's not so bad because even if they redirect Entrainment, what happens? Sinistcha goes for Rage Powder, Entrainment happens, they get No Guard, which isn't good. But the thing is that No Guard works not only for moves that you are... Okay, this is fine. This is so fine. Okay. No Guard works not only for moves that you were using, but also moves that you were receiving. So even if this had gone badly, I guess in hindsight, maybe I should have fissured the instant. I just didn't really care about it. Anyway, now I got No Guard. Parting Shot comes out, so Hawlucha's at -1. It's not ideal, but like also, I got the Entrainment off. Surely this isn't bad. And I have Intimidate in the back, and I have Healing in the back. I would like to like get a stockpile off, but I don't think it's mandatory. Okay, I mean, let's bring Instant in here. We're not in any danger, and let's Fissure the Sinistcha. I'm honestly more scared of the Sinistcha than the Garchomp here. Although the Sinistcha is -1, so I guess I'm really just scared of Burn. But yeah, I mean, I got No Guard off. I've taken no damage. I could go for stockpile in this turn, but I like, again, I really don't want to get burnt. And also, this is a turn where I have a pretty high likelihood of connecting Fissure. They could Rock Slide flinch me, and they could be Focus Sash, which would kind of invalidate it a little bit. But my odds are still pretty good here. So I'm gonna switch Hawlucha out. We're gonna get an Intimidate in. We're gonna Fake Out active on the following turn. See what they go for here with Sinistcha and Garchomp. Fighter? A Rage Powder. Okay, so that means no Burn. So really, I'm just worried about the Rock Slide flinch. They go for Dragon Claw though, and they're actually ignoring my Snorlax. which is, I would say, not necessarily the best idea. Here's Fissure, always connects here. Sinistra goes down to 0, not holding the focus sash here. Okay. I mean, I don't have to worry about Sand Veil. This is awesome. Yeah, I can't even be Sand Veiled. If I had Polytoad in the back, my spot would be really, really good. But it's still pretty good. I mean, they have 2 dark types against Hawlucha plus a bunch of friends. Fake out into T-Tar. Fissure has the most upside. If this Garchomp is Choice Scarf and doesn't have Protect, okay, they're in pretty big trouble. Like, I wanted to stockpile here, but I just don't think it's mandatory. I feel like, because what I'm in most danger of losing to right now is a crit. Okay, so if I don't flinch here, if they go for anything other than Rock Slide, I'm gonna get the Garchomp. It is Dragon Claw again. They may be Choice Scarf. They go into Lax. Does not do very much damage. There's a flinch on the Tyranitar. Here's Fissure. Fissure. They're not Focus Sash. Okay, it's another one-hit KO. Sand Veil will not save you here. If I had Polytoad, this game would be over, but I don't regret bringing Sinistra here. Okay, so what am I in danger of? I'm worried about what? Dragon Dance Tyranitar? Here's Incin. Because I don't have a defense boost, and I haven't intimidated either of these Pokemon. So I think I go Protect plus Switch here. They have to fake me out. Incin, come back. Sinistra, come out. I'm back to full on Lax. The damage wasn't really that significant, but you never know when it can matter. They need to go for Dragon Dance this turn for me to be in trouble, I think. Here's Fake Out. It makes sense. Okay, they're going for Rock Slide. It makes sense here, but it's not so good for them. Sinistra's health matters, but it doesn't matter that much. Okay, never mind. I take it back. It matters. It did a lot of damage. I'm not sure if Tyranitar is stronger than I thought, or if Sinistra's is weaker, but either way, I guess Mega Tyranitar should be doing like 30% with Rock Slide, right? That actually isn't the craziest thing. I'm just used to Sinistra taking like nothing. It did more than 30. Let's switch back to Incin. Let's get the Intimidate down, and let's go for a Fissure into Tyranitar. My thought process is, even if I get flinched this turn, as long as Incineroar makes it through the turn, like, okay, either Incineroar makes it through the turn, and next turn I can fake out Tyranitar and Fissure Incin and probably win the game, or Incin doesn't make it through the turn, and I get to go into Hawlucha and go for close combat. But either way, I get an Intimidate down, I put myself in good position. Even if they protect this turn, I can just fake out next turn. They Rock Slide, but they miss the Incin. Do you know how I know that they missed, by the way? Are you impressed with my ability to say which Pokemon is missing before I see the text? It's not actually that impressive. Oh, that ignores defense boost. Just because no guard means your Pokemon can never be missed by attacks as well. Here's Fissure. Connects. A third tasty KO for my no guard Snorlax. Mega Tyranitar, an extremely bulky Pokemon. Does not matter when you're being hit with a one-hit KO move. And I think that Tyranitar Sandstorm will have done about as much damage as anything else in this game. It's too bad you can't get your daily challenges for the global challenge. Like, there's a challenge where it's like win without losing a Pokemon. I've done that at least here, and I think I did it in another match as well. But yeah, that's gonna be the game, but it doesn't count for my dailies or my weeklies or whatever it is. So might have to take the steam on the ladder at some point. Cool, and I think with that we're crossing 1600, which is a great place to start. Yeah, 1600, top 2000. Yeah, I feel like so far so good. I do expect that, like, I expect that as I climb up the ladder, it'll become harder and harder. I don't expect this to be like, you know, the best forever, but for now it's okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do one more. I can do one more. Okay. So good news and bad news. I'm pretty good into Delphox. I'm pretty good into Meganium. I think I probably could get away with Perish Trap here, but I don't really want to. So I think these two for sure. I think Hawlucha for sure. And then it's one of these two. These are both really bad into Meganium. Really, really bad. Rage Powder's not super useful here. They have like all spread moves. Oh, it has to be Polytoad, because I can tell you why. Because Mega Delphox outspeeds and threatens my Incineroar, so it has to be Polytoad. I do feel a little bit awkward not having more recovery on Snorlax, but I do genuinely believe it has to be Polytoad here. Okay, this is actually harder than I initially thought, because at first I was like, oh yeah, they're all grounded. Oh, they're not all grounded. Mega Delphox. Okay, yeah, I have to be pretty wary here, because my Incin and Poly are really good into Delphox, but my Snorlax and Hawlucha are not. Yeah, Garchomp plus Delphox would be a little bit spooky. I'll get the Intimidate off right away, but yeah, this team also has Zoroark, so I can't even really go for Fake Out super safely. Ah, darn, okay. Okay. So I can't really go for a lot of what I want to go for here. Okay, I think what I need to do here is go for Parting Shot into Delphox. I don't think I can Parting Shot into Delphox anymore. We found the Garchomp item. I'm just gonna raw switch to Hawlucha and stockpile. Delphox is such a pain. It's gonna be really hard for me to navigate around this. Maybe the Delphox is actually Zoroark. Copium. It's not, we know that Garchomp is Garchomp at least, but we don't know if Delphox is Delphox. Here's Hawlucha. I don't think they're Psychicking Incineroar, and if they do, honestly, just good for them. Oh my god, okay. That is probably Zoroark then, is my guess. That's not good. Oh, that's really not good. They're +2. Okay, I gotta do something. Oh man, I'm getting boomed. Okay, and I don't have a recovery, keep in mind. So I go for Entrainment into Lax. and I say, God, I hope this works. Okay, we know that it's Zoroark. We know that it's Zoroark. Okay, here's the thing. If we get rid of the Garchomp, then my Incineroar looks pretty scary, right? I don't think this is a game where my Garchomp's just gonna win it, or my Snorlax is gonna win it on its own. I don't think it's Taunt, Regular, or Delphox. If it is, then, you know, honestly, just GG. I've burned a turn of Taunt, which is, I guess, positive. Here's Hawlucha Mega. So it's, yeah, this is pretty spooky. At least save Incin. Okay, here's Entrainment. I get it off. They are +2 Garchomp, and I don't have any boosts. Who do they go for with the Taunt? Okay, the Taunt Hawlucha, that's actually a waste of a move. That's really good for me. Dragon Claw into Hawlucha. Oh, that's not the threat. And it survives. Okay. Fissure comes out. Okay, Snorlax doing a good job here. Taking out the Garchomp here. Okay, that's pretty good. That's honestly really good. Because remember, I only need to take 2 KOs in order to win this game with Perish Trap. Should I go Politoed first, or should I go Incin? Because they want to go for Heat Wave here, right? One of these Delphox tells the truth, the other only lies. Okay, I go Poly. I heart clicking Fissure. One of these Delphox. One of these Delphox definitely lies. Which one do we think it is? I think it's the one that's using Taunt. I gotta watch out for Nasty Plot, by the way. Because that would definitely be spooky. Okay. I can't tell which one it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. Wait, it wouldn't even work. Yeah. Because if Illusion wouldn't work. Okay, now one of these Delphox. Okay, it is Heat Wave. So I just need to not get burnt here. That did nothing, even without Thick Fat. Icy Wind. Oh, okay, that's great. I mean, okay, it's not beneficial for me, right? But it's certainly not bad. Their Delphox is actually in pretty big trouble here. I was gonna switch to Incin, but maybe I should just Weather Ball. Their Sash as I expected. Okay. Should I Weather Ball here? I'm not really in any danger from anything, right? I still have Incin in the back. My Taunt ends this turn, so they can't both Taunt and... They cannot both Taunt and attack here. So what else is even on in the game here? Like, what else do they have in this team? It's not Meganium. I'm not really worried. I guess if it's Scissor, I should save my Intimidate. So I'll Weather Ball the Delphox, and I'll Fissure the 1 HP Zoroark for super duper overkill, baby. I don't think they can deal with my Politoed very easily, and I think I may need some damage on Delphox. Here's Psychic into Politoed, so they're just letting me attack. That did a lot of damage. That explains why it did a lot of damage. Okay, that's not good. That's pretty bad. Let's see if they Taunt here. They do Taunt Snorlax again, so I have 3 more turns of this, which is bad. I don't think Politoed Weather Ball will KO Delphox, but I don't think I need it to either. There's Weather Ball. It should do 80. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. Dang, Politoed said, do not count me out. What's Delphox's base special defense? Another Fissure. It's base 125? Its HP isn't even that low. Okay, if they have no bulk on Delphox, like if they have 2 HP and no other bulk, it's at best, like the best odds that I can find is a 1 in 8 for Weather Ball to KO. For my Politoed's Weather Ball to KO, so I think I just max rolled them. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to KO. I don't think it changed the outcome of this game, to be honest, because my Snorlax is still at full HP. I still have 4 Mons left, but it didn't make it any easier for them, I can tell you that much. Okay, 45-second wait to forfeit. It's actually pretty cool you can forfeit without sending out a Pokemon. It's like not a big quality of life change, but it is, I think it is nice. Just like saves everybody a little time. Cool, okay, I'm taking a break now. Almost top 1,000, which is pretty good. Yeah, I just went to shave because my beard has been driving me crazy, but my razor is dead. So here I am once again, torn into pieces, baby. Okay, let's jump back into it. Okay, so Mega Flood is really tough for this team. And they have Milotic. That's a really dangerous combo for me. The thing is that Mega Gengar is not so bad here. Mega Gengar is not so bad here. The thing is, I can go with either mode here, but neither is going to be good. What I would like to do is Snorlax Incin in the lead, but the problem is that they also have Weavile. So Weavile is actually a pretty bad matchup. Weavile's faster than my Hawlucha, and surely KOs with Icicle Crash, right? I actually love Icicle Crash, but I'll probably flinch, right? Weavile probably gets knockoff as well. I don't love this. I would love for them to lead with 2 slow Pokemon. That's my hope and dream. Oh, they're really high ranked. Oh, they're super high ranked. They've won almost every game. Okay. That kind of couldn't be better, in my onion. Is this the Focus Sash user? Who think it? This could be Scarf. I mean, we should just go for it, right? We should just definitely just go for it. Let's Entrainment and let's just go for Fissure. Okay, the other option here is to hard switch to Incin on this turn and go for Stockpile first. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna rush it. Okay. This is a bit, not risky per se. It's just like, I might be overly cautious with this. Let's see here. We get the Intimidate on both. Breaking Swipe. Okay, I wonder if that's Choice Scarf. Stance change. A -1 attack now. Sacred Sword. Oh, they ignore defense boost. Okay, that's very bad. It's extraordinarily bad. Here's stockpile. Okay, not good. Not even a little bit good. Because Sacred Sword ignores defense boost. Okay, Parting Shot, the Aegis Slash, and Protect is an option. I'm worried about the Milotic coming in, but I honestly think I can handle it. I think I can handle +3 Milotic. Maybe I'm being... Oh, so good, so good, so good. Okay. As long as I don't flinch here. As long as I don't flinch, I'm okay. Okay, they might be Choice... I think this thing may be Choice Scarf, because Breaking Swipe is not a move you would run under normal circumstances. Okay, so I've taken a little bit of damage, but I got +1 on both my Mons, and importantly, Incineroar's still alive, so I can bring it back in later to intimidate the Aegis Slash later. We don't know the item yet on any of these Mons. We suspect it's Choice Scarf, -1 on Mega Floette, or on regular Floette right now. Let's go Lucha. Like, I think now we need to clear this Floette as fast as possible. My team's only fair resist is in the back. The -1 on the Floette is a big deal, though. So we're going to Mega Evolve, we're going to Entrainment, and the nice thing about this is that because they're -1, I won't die to Dazzling Gleam, which feels pretty nice. They're actually incentivized to switch Floette out here, interestingly enough. They actually switch Garchomp out, so I guess that more or less to me confirms that they're Scarf. Here's Weavile, okay. So once I deal with Floette, it's 3 physical attackers, which feels pretty good for me, yeah? Who else think it? Wait, the Weavile probably has Sash. Okay, it is Mega Floette. The one fear here was that this was Choice Scarf Floette, though there isn't really another Mega on this team, right? The remaining Pokemon are Milo and... I forgot. Sorry, I should be taking notes. Barrior is active, but Hawlucha is really bulky. They need to use a strong move if they want to clear my Lucha here. We have no guard online, so this is like... Assuming we don't get crit on Lax specifically on this turn, this Gleam, I'll live this on both. You can see Snorlax, from one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, takes basically nothing. That was like 33 damage, I think. As Fissure comes out, and that's going to be the end of Floette. This is good. This is good. The thing is, do I have enough to win this? I'm still pretty healthy on Snorlax. Having a Snorlax still alive is just such a big deal here. Yeah, as we clear their only special attacker, I suspect the Garchomp is Scarf. So yeah, this is going to come down to whether or not Aegis Slash can break through my team, I think. Like, what is Lucha doing later? It never does anything, right? I'm protecting and close combating, and I'm just sacrificing Hawlucha here, I think. It's very obvious. The thing is, this opponent is really high ranked, so I suspect they will see the obvious switch out. Okay, well, that's my bad. That's a crazy play, in my opinion. Because I could have switched, unless they're doubling it, and they just called the Protect. Okay, then I don't really understand this play, but that's all right. I don't need to understand. Okay, so my Lax is... I overthought it. Okay, we'll switch to Instant here and Fissure. This is now the turn where I could get crit. I wanted to let Hawlucha go down there to bring in my Instant, so I could then switch to Sinistcha to get both the Intimidate and the Healing, but I ended up overthinking it, and now I'm in a bit of an awkward spot. Hawlucha switches. They could go for King's Shield here. I just don't think they get that much ground from going from King's Shield. I don't think they gain that much ground by going for King's Shield. Brick Break, uh-oh. Okay, they need to crit me on this move or else they're dead. Sacred Sword. Okay, I don't get crit. It does about half my remaining health, but I have Sinistcha waiting in the wings. Here's Fissure. Big question now is, do they have Sash? I would expect it to be on the Weavile. It's not here, I'll tell you that much. Aegis Slash goes down. And Snorlax is looking kind of unstoppable because while those two, while Sacred Sword was able to ignore my two boosts, well, my one boost in defense and special events isn't really relevant, Garchomp and Weavile have no such tools, and I still have Sinistcha waiting in the wings. So I have Fake Out active on this turn. I would love to use it into the Weavile, but I think the smarter play, like I can still get crit here. I think I need to minimize the odds of me getting crit. So I'm going to Protect and switch to Sinistcha here. We don't know the moves on the Weavile beyond Fake Out and Brick Break. I would expect like Knock Off and Icicle Crash. What I will say is that because they have Brick Break, that kind of implies that Weavile's not pressure, right? I didn't see pressure, did I? This kind of implies they don't have Ice Shard, which could be relevant for a Trick Room late game. But yeah, we're going above half with Snorlax, thanks to Sinistcha. Even getting a hard read right wouldn't necessarily put them that far ahead. Let's see what they lock into with Garchomp here. It is Rock Slide, so that's not the move I love to see. They hit Sinistcha, that's fine. I hadn't even revealed Sinistcha yet, so it would be somewhat unlikely. Okay, they actually go for Knockoff here, which is pretty spooky. So what's the right play here? Do I go for Rage Powder and take the knockoff and Rock Slide? Or do I go for switch to Instant? I think I switch to Instant actually, and Fissure, because I'll take this. And then next turn I can actually Fake Out plus Fissure or something. This Weavile doesn't have Protect, I'm almost positive. Because it has knockoff, Brick Break, Fake Out. It probably has an Ice move, right? There's no real reason to run Weavile if you don't want to use an Ice move. You'd be better off running Sneasler at that point. Okay, Rock Slide comes out, hits Instant. They need to flinch me this turn or they're going to lose for sure. Let's see what they do with Weavile here. Triple Axle. Oh, into Instant, but it misses. I use Fissure and I win the game, yeah. Garchomp goes down. One hit KO. sent to the center of the earth. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, what was Max Z-Quake called? Tectonic Rage? This is another game where I didn't lose a Pokemon. It wasn't even an especially good matchup, I don't think. It was actually, at Team Preview, I was genuinely pretty worried. Fake Out plus Fissure. And that's gonna be a forfeit. Okay, so I think that's a 10 win streak then? Is that possible? Yeah, 3. I was lucky they didn't bring Milotic. The turn where I went for Parting Shot, I certainly could have been in trouble if they brought in Milotic. So, yeah, top 250, that's pretty good. Almost 1650, that's pretty good. 10 wins in a row out of my first 15 games. I thought I saw somebody who could see like the rankings. Like they could see where other people were. I know what the rules are. Click Rock Slide. All right, 13 battles done. Good to go for day 1. Okay, well they have triple flying type. I have to deal with, oh my god, 1, 2. I can't fissure these guys. I actually can't fissure them. I actually can't fissure them. That's not what I wanted. Oh, you press the B button. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3. And then if I press B and I'm on Politoed, what's the question? I can't fissure these guys. I can't fissure. I actually can't fissure. Should I have thought about this more? Like the order maybe? Or like anything about this? Hello. I can't fissure. I actually can't fissure. Oh my god. I can't fissure these guys. No. That cannot be good. Okay, what do I think they're gonna do here? I think they're going for Flippus Turnus and Mega Evolve Hurricane. So I'm gonna go Mega Evolve, Protect, Parting Shot the Dragonite. This could really backfire if they Protect, but I do think I need to get a Parting Shot on this thing. The thing is, I am threatening, I'm worried about, this might have been a bad call because I'm threatening Fake Out, so there actually is real reason for Dragonite to Protect here. Yeah, this might have been a bad move, actually, now that I look at it more. I actually don't know that what the items in the Basculegion is either. Okay, they don't hard switch, so I'm trapping Dragonite on the field. Maybe I was supposed to go Fake Out plus Shadow Ball here. I wasn't actually that threatened by the Basculegion. I was a little bit worried about, like, Pelipper switching in and Wave Crash, like with Choice Scarf. No Mega, that cannot be good. There's no other Mega on this team. This is gonna be Protect. Yeah, I made a mistake. My bad. What did they go for here? Okay, it is Wave Crash. I'm gonna go for Parting Shot. So, I mean, that's not good. I guess I do this. I don't like this move at all, but I think I do this in Parting Shot. Like, I think, oh, they actually hard switch. Ooh, that could be bad. That's gotta be Pelly. Yeah, okay, because now I think I'm switching into Hurricane, and I don't survive this. Oh, and Sinnoh's just like kind of very important here. I could have gone for Shadow Ball. Okay, here's the Mega Stone. Yeah, they're going for Hurricane here. There's no reason to do this move otherwise. I think I'm definitely losing this right now. And I didn't even scout to find out if the Dragonite is, yeah. Oh, man. The thing is, I'm not using the Focus Sash on this team. So, like, I thought about using Focus Sash on Sinistcha specifically for stuff like that. But, yeah, it's 2 bad plays for me. I gotta lock in. Already I may have lost. Let me see if I can still win this. 1 turn of Rain. Perish. Take out Perish Song. I don't think I'm gonna have the health left, is the truth. It may be doable. It might be doable, I think. Because I can preserve. It may be doable specifically because I have Pasho Berry. Yeah, that was a pretty terrible first 2 turns, though. 4 turns of Rain, Fake Out, Perish, Protect, Switch, Parting Shot, Rain ends, Perish plus Switch, maybe? Might be possible. Fake Out plus. I think it may be doable, but that helps. That really helps. That super helps. Not taking any damage this turn. Just Fake Out. Pelipper's neutral, but the Pasho Berry is the reason why I have a chance at winning this is because of the Pasho Berry, and because they brought Pelipper in a turn before I went for Perish Song. We don't know the item on Basculegion. It's really important to note. Normally I would assume it was Scarf, but on this team you really can't say. Okay, Protect. 2 turns left. Hurricane from Dragonite. The Gengar. Weather Ball into Sin. So I could disable Weather Ball here. I have 2 choices here. I either disable Weather Ball. No, I don't disable Weather Ball. What I do is I Parting Shot the Pelipper. Hang on, no, I Parting Shot the Politoed in case they read this. That's probably overdoing it, right? Yeah, Parting Shot Politoed because I don't ever need to Weather Ball. In fact, I never will Weather Ball. So yeah, I'll do this. Okay. This is kind of, if I'm gonna win this, this is how it begins. This crucial turn. If they're super 5-hit, they can protect both their Pokemon to stop my Parting Shot. Draco. Okay, that could be bad. Okay, I should live the Weather Ball. And that the surviving is really important. I should have disabled. Okay, I should live this. Let's see if they have Tailwind as well. Okay, Pasho Berry coming in clutch here. We're going to be up 3-2, but it's going to be a very tenuous 3-2. Here's the reason why I think this can win, or I can win this, because they chose to double my Politoed here. I went for a side Parting Shot because if I'd gone for Parting Shot into one of their Pokemon who protected, then I would actually let them out of the trap for free, which I really didn't want to do. And actually, the most important Pokemon that I have left is not Gengar, or even Incineroar, who just took a ton of damage. It's actually Politoed, because the way that I intend to try to win this game is to let the rain run out and then use Politoed's Parasong to hopefully secure a win. This is easier said than done, but because my Incineroar survived the turn thanks to the Pasho Berry, I have one more Intimidate left up my sleeve, which will allow Politoed to survive the last respects. So here's where the battle is going to be determined. If they have Archaludon on the back, they won't have access to the powerful Electro Shot because I've actually brought Politoed in preemptively to end the rain as they faint. Here's Hurricane from Dragonite. The real question is, are they going for Tailwind here? They don't go for Tailwind, so it may have had Wide Guard as the last move. So I'm up 3-2, but I have no offense anymore. I've lost 100% of my offense, basically. Well, I actually just didn't even bring any offense in the first place. So if the Basculation is Choice Scarf, let's assume the worst case scenario. Let's say it's Adamant Scarf Adaptability. Does Politoed go down? It will actually go down to a last respects. That's not good. So I need to bring Incineroar in here. It's the only way to win. Okay, we know Basculesion's here. We've already seen it. It should be Arch. Okay, so here's the thing. I could Shadow Ball the Basculesion, which would also result in like a winning position for me. So they have to make a choice here, and if they get the call wrong, they should be in pretty terrible shape. Parasong and Switch. We do not know if their Basculesion is Choice Scarf or not. In a worst case scenario, they go for last respects into my Politoed here, and they like Dragon Pulse into Gengar and get the KO. Remember that if both my Pokemon, if I do not lose a Pokemon on this turn, I will win the game. But with Incineroar having taken so much damage, it seems kind of difficult. The important thing though is that Politoed will be able to sing here. Last respect into the Incin. Okay. Okay. What do they do with this slot? Dragon Pulse. Okay. Okay, so this seems good for me, right? But there's a problem. 3 turns left. Protect, 2 turns left. Do whatever, 1 turn left. The problem here is they can go for Electro Shot. They can go for Electro Shot in the non-rain if I protect on this turn. This is a pretty high chance of losing. I'm basically calling out Electro Shot here on the obvious protect, but I may be overthinking it. We need last respects to go into Gengar here. Okay, I mean, that's half the battle, right? If I'd gotten this turn wrong, I think I was dead for sure. I got it right. I got it right. Oh my god, I got it right. But I haven't won. Okay, I predicted the Electro Shot correctly. So now I Encore them, so they can't, on the final turn of Perish, get around this. Okay, do I think this is Scarf Basculesion? It's faster than Archaludon. That doesn't tell us anything. I can win the game for sure if I protect Gengar, and so I have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a double protect here. But if they're not, they could be Sash. I don't know for sure. We've seen Wave Crash. They're not Sash. I think they're probably Scarf. I just don't think I'm going to get a double. I blocked the Electro Shot on this turn, which is really clutch. So that means I only have to take 1 more move here. They are Scarf. Okay. It's as if I went for the double and failed it, right? So if they are Swift, Swim, Survive. Oh, wait, they're Scarf. So they're Adaptability. So the thing is, though, I think that you should be Jolly Adaptability, meaning Speed Booster. And because I went for Encore under Archaludon, it can't do any damage to me on this turn. So I have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a double protect. If I get a double protect, I win for sure. I also have a very good chance of them being Jolly Nature, in which case they only win on crit. And if they're Adamant Nature, then I survive all but 4 of the rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, the odds are in my favor, but it is not guaranteed. A double protect would seal it for sure. I think this is the first one I've gone for that mattered. I failed the double. This is it. Basculesion goes for -1 last respects. My Politoed is bulky, but is it bulky enough? Last respects comes out, survives on 18 HP. Politoed barely hangs on. Citrus Berry activates, and Archaludon, who could pick up the KO here, is not able to because it was Encored into Electro Shot, removing any agency it had from winning the game. This was the closest game we've played thus far, as all Pokemon are going to faint. This horrible Basculesion goes down first, dropping to 0%. Archaludon goes down next, and in Pokemon Champions alone as the first game, Politoed will not faint here. A testament to its job, its hard-fought work here. My god, was that intense. I thought for sure after that opening and after that mid-game and after the late game we were losing. Yeah, I think I mostly got lucky there. I think like anything could have gone wrong and it would have been the end for me. Okay, so it's pretty interesting that we're still not at 1700 even on a 14 win streak, but I mean, I'm certainly not complaining. That's really feels really good. So I definitely thought that was one we were gonna lose. So I'm taking a nice break after that one because that was very intense. My God. Last battle of the day. Currently I am what, 8th or 9th? 8th. One game away from 1700, which would be incredible. Very, very, very rarely get to 1700 on the first day. But we'll have to see. Obviously, it's tough, and the last one was really close, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. Does anyone run Adamant Choice Scarf Magic Legion, by the way? Like, I feel like you need to be Jolly. Oh, you definitely need to be Jolly. You don't know how to speak Gengar with Adamant. Oh my God, I was freaking out for nothing. I never thought about that. Like, I knew you had to be Jolly because like other Basculegion are Jolly, but I didn't really think about Genjar or Aerodactyl. Oh my God, Aerodactyl. Oh my, and Delph. Oh my God, yeah, you gotta be Jolly. And Manectric. Okay, how many flying types? Less than 2, less than 2, less than 2, less than 2. And also no other Pokemon that are strong. So this is a Trick Room team, which is spooky for sure. This is certainly spooky, I would say. My current estimation is that this is a spooky matchup. Crabominable, excuse me, gets Hyper Cutter, so I can't intimidate it until after it Mega Evolves. I need these. Well, do I need Politoed here? Yeah, I need Politoed here. The problem is that they can fake out my. Which is more valuable for me? Is it Sinistcha's Redirection? Yeah, it's Sinistcha here. I want to bring in Cineroar really badly, to be honest, especially with Crab. I can't bring in Cineroar because then Crab can close combat everything. And Kingambit can low kick everything, and Tyranitar can low kick everything. So I am not allowed. How slow is Crab? 43 base. How about Mega Crab? 33 base. Snorlax is slower. They can't set Trick Room up. That can't be good. Oh, that's great. Okay. So here's the situation, folks. I'm intimidated, and now I'm intimidated. The thing is, there's no guarantee I'm going to be able to get my entrainment off. I'm going to stockpile here and go for the entrainment. But the thing is, wait, do you think, I mean, I'm not sure if Farigiraf can KO me in one shot. Lucha, I will live a Psychic unless they're fully special attack invested, and then I'm still likely to survive. The issue is that they can get Trick Room up, and I can't really stop it, right? Yeah, that's not good. I'll live a Psychic, but the problem is that they can double it, right? Okay, here's stockpile. Stockpiled 1. Here's Trick Room. So I have a choice to make here. I should always stockpile a second time, I think, because I'm gonna need to do something at some point. The thing is, I can go for entrainment. This is a team that fully relies on Trick Room being up. I don't think they have any special attack investment. Is that crazy to say? But they could still double me and then I'd be dead. I don't think I'm allowed to protect here because Crab can come in. I'm gonna play it slow. I'm gonna switch to Poly. I don't like doing this. I would really like to just go for the entrainment. But the thing is, because I have Body Press, a lot of these Pokemon are fighting weak. So it's like, it's not the end of the world if I slow play this a little bit. I can also just start going for Raw Fissures, right? That's what they go for here. Psychic Noise into Politoed. So that cuts off my Citrus Berry for a turn. That actually did a lot of damage. I could have entrainmented. Okay. That's not good. That's actually pretty terrible, right? All things considered. Because I'm stockpiled, but for what purpose? I mean, the good thing is I'm fully set up in bulk, but the bad thing is that I have to go for fissures at some point. Because okay, +3 burn Snorlax, right? I assume they're going for Parting Shot here, right? Psychic Noise into Lax. That's my recovery. That's bad. That's pretty bad. Sure, they're not Parting Shotting the Lax, right? Dude, I can't get anything right. And now that I've been Psychic Noised, I've gotten literally every turn wrong. I think I'm in actual genuine danger now. Who comes in? Crab? Well, I don't like that regardless of what it is. Crab, okay. Prevent it from healing. I'm gonna Body Press here. So I guess I go Sinistcha then. I just don't really like going into Sinistcha here, but I just protected. I can't lose Politoed yet. I think this was a mistake because they might go for close combat here. Yeah, the Psychic Noise has caused a huge problem. I need to... If I can just get my thing online. I think this is going pretty badly, right? I have Body Press for... Oh, that's not good. I mean, that's just bad regardless. Psychic Noise, Helping Hand, Trick Room. Where are they going? What are they going for here? I could have protected. I thought they'd go after Politoed. Snorlax wasn't really threatening anything, but I could be wrong about that. Oh, right, it's Iron Fist. Oh, God! Dude, everything is going wrong. Literally everything is going wrong. Okay. Please tell me Psychic Noise is worn off. And it's still active? How long does this last for? I think I lost, like, actually, unfortunately. I don't think that I can win this, because I've taken too much damage to the Crab. Am I going to go for Raw Fissure? There's just no way that's correct. I haven't done any damage. This sucks. I think even if I hit this Fissure, I'm still losing. Isn't that wild? Oh! Losing, but not lost. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on, Snorlax puts the team on his back here. What's Farigiraf going for? I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Okay, 2 turns with no healing now. Okay. Okay, you know what I can do? I can switch Finish to out here and I can go for Body Press. I think Snorlax might go down. I might have to win this without it. This Farigiraf has been the bane of my existence. What did they go for here? They fake out, okay. I'm still alive, technically. They go for Trick Room again, okay. 31 to 15. Oh, I'm just dead. I'm no longer prevented from healing. Okay. The odds are that whatever's in the back doesn't want to take a Body Press or a close combat for that matter. Protect plus switch to Finish just seems reasonable here. I have 26% basically. How much do I do to Incineroar with this? With Burned? It's not going to be that much. It's like a third. I have gotten every single call wrong. I actually can't believe it. Straight up. Okay. That's all right, I guess. So what's the goal here? The goal is to win with Politoed, I guess. The goal is to click Fissure. Is that happening? Probably not. Switch Politoed in here. Go for Body Press. I need to get Rain up, I think. I could have Rage Powdered there, but I don't think I want to lose them on yet. Okay, here's Body Press. A third. Exactly a third. Great. It could have Citrus as well. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. 81 down to 59. I can take another one, but I can take another turn here. Show me Flare Blitz. Okay, that's something at least. I want a Weather Ball, but I don't want them to Parting Shot into Tyranitar, who I'm not even convinced they have, to be honest. Like, if I knew that I could... Okay, they Hard Switch. Oh, they Hard Switch here? That's Tyranitar. It's Kingambit. Oh, hello. Hello. If I had Body Pressed, it would have been so much better, but I didn't go for Body Press, did I? Okay. This sucks because I'm so close. It's actually ridiculous how close I am. I can heal this turn, so I could Body Press here and switch to Sinisha. But potentially that would mean taking a... I'm going to do this. I'm going to sack Snorlax. I'm trying with Politoed. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about Helping Hand here. I'm so close. I am so close. And now I'm dead. Into Lax? Oh, I can win. I can win. How many turns of Rain are left? Snorlax goes down, but it did its job because I went for Weather Ball, finally attacking with Politoed. This thing is in range of Weather Ball. Weather Ball actually can just win this game on its own, right? I don't even need to get too fancy here. How many turns of Rain are left? I have no idea. I should have been taking notes. 2 turns of Rain. So I definitely go into Sinistra here. My most important Pokemon right now is Politoed. Yeah, that Raw Fissure brought us back into this. But it's still not over because the Farigiraf could actually beat me in an end game. I think Switch plus Machagacha is totally fine here. I guess the threat is if they go for a dark move and they get me. But I think I need to be a little aggressive here. I still have Hawlucha as well. Like over Fake Out, okay, I got the call correct. A burn on the Farigiraf would be huge here, but even just damaging it would be nice. I hit both. That's really big. I drop into half. 25% to Farig. It actually matters. Psychic Noise into Sinisha. Okay. Now what? Am I allowed to click Machagacha? I hate this. I hate it. I'm going to protect then and go for close combat. Okay. If close combat takes out Incin, there's no Chopal. That should do it. Oh my god. Okay. That should do it. I should definitely do it. Okay. What a slog. Oh my god. Yeah, Psychic Noise Farigiraf was actually a huge problem for this team. They go for Trick Room. That's fine. That's totally fine. Although, what happens if they go for Psychic Noise into my Sinistra on this turn? So I think in this one, if I hadn't hit the Fissure, I think I was going to lose. Because I didn't really have a way... I couldn't position properly. It's because I was too scared to go for Entrainment on the turn where they went for Will-O-Wisp and Psychic Noise. And it just ended up costing me big time. I was probably also too scared with my Politoed in hindsight. Like, there were a couple turns where I didn't go for Weather Ball into Instinct because I was really worried about Tyranitar coming in. But like, if I just had gone for Weather Ball, I would have done the damage that I needed to probably clean up. So I don't think it was a hard matchup in theory, but I think without knowing the tools that the opponent had, like, it just ended up being a lot harder than I expected. Because I wasn't really able to get going in the way that I wanted. So, okay, that's going to be a win though. Not a very clean win, but a win nonetheless. And with that, we are 15-0 with this Fissure team. Fissure one-hit KO Perish Trap team. Not really what I expected for the first day. We're over 1,700 and our current placement in the tournament is second overall. So there's one other person above us who went 15-0. But I think for a challenge like this where the Pokemon I'm using are not necessarily super strong established metagame staples, I think this is pretty good. So let's go Snorlax. And honestly, shout out Snorlax for the last one, because I think that's the first raw Fissure we had to go for that would have, like, we would have lost otherwise, and he hit it. So honestly, I feel like Snorlax kind of clutched up there. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with some more games. But yeah, this has been pretty good. Okay. So this team is Hisui and Samurott, who gets Sacred Sword. I would like to do stuff with Gengar here. Like, Gengar would be awesome in the lead. They also have Charizard. So okay, let's think this through. Okay, I think I can get away with one hit KO stuff here. I think I need Incin though, not Sinistcha, but Sinistcha, no, I need Sinistcha. The thing is that Incin's like really good here into the Sacred Sword user, right? Okay, I think it's actually supposed to be Gengar here, unfortunately, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm sticking with this. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to bring Gengar here. Okay, this could also be, it's worth noting this could be coaching on the Sneasler. I need to not let them coach for free. Oh, they're 11 win streak, 1740. Okay, that can't be good. Charizard, Ceruledge are the leads. Okay, well that also cannot be good. What are they doing is the question. Okay, I'm gonna Mega Evolve. I'm going to go for Stockpile here. And the reason is because I currently have Thick Fat. And so all fire moves damage is cut in half. So even though I want to go for just entrainment right away because yeah, like I want to get no guard on my Pokemon, I think that spending a turn to set up Stockpile is probably in my best interest. Ceruledge most likely has Protect, Bitter Blade, Poltergeist, and it will normally run either Shadow Sneak, Bulk Up, or the other one. Swords Dance. Anyway, here we go. I'm Mega Evolving. I think this may be Charizard X. I could totally be wrong. I also have the healing of Sinistcha in the back. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens here. It is Y. Okay, so having Politoed is pretty nice here, for sure. I expect this to be Heat Wave plus an attack here. Here's Detect. I think that's Choice Scarf Ceruledge. There is no way Ceruledge is supposed to have speed here. Here's Heat Wave. Okay, cool. That's really good to know. I did not expect Scarf. This should do like 20%. It's not as strong as you think. No burn, no burn, no burn. Yeah, the real danger here is if I get burnt. Okay, we know where the Scarf is then. Do you think Ceruledge... I don't even want to chance it. I can't chance it. I have to switch into Politoed here. I'm not taking any damage. I think let's keep it that way. I'll go do this in a second Stockpile. This is both good and bad. It depends on if they have Samurott in the back. I think they need to kind of preemptively switch Charizard out here. If they go for Heat Wave, I think... If they just attack with both their Pokemon on this turn, I think they're going to be... not super thrilled. The issue is again that even with my defense boost, they have Sneasler who hits extremely hard and I can't get rid of very easily. And also they have Samurott Hisui who is a bit of a problem. So Hawlucha switches. I think this means that Ceruledge stays in. I don't think I died at a Bitter Blade, by the way. They're not Scarf. Oh, and I dodged. Okay. And I dodged again. Okay. They crit me. That's fine as long as I don't get burnt. Why did I say something? They're not Scarf. They're just fast, which means I guess what this actually tells us is that the Charizard is extremely slow. Do you think my Hawlucha goes down to Poltergeist plus Shadow Sneak? I'm gonna switch back to Hawlucha. I think that if I need to get enough. If I can, okay, they switch out. This is what I expected. That means Ceruledge stays in here and goes for Poltergeist. It is Sneasler. Okay, that's not great. That's not good. They attack again. Okay. This should do like 60%. Didn't do that much. Okay. Third Stockpile. I just need to get no guard active. Everything else is okay, right? I just need no guard. I maybe should have weatherballed the Hawlucha here, or the Ceruledge. Should we fake out? Should we fake out plus? Okay, fake out plus Poltergeist. Fake out here. Oh, I could have gone for it. Okay. And now, hang on, one last check. Because I think Sneasler is actually fast. Sneasler, if it's Jolly Nature, will be faster than my Hawlucha. So this is not over yet. What we want to see here is just a nice, clean entrainment move first. Something like Dire Claw plus Shadow Sneak would make my life extremely difficult because I can only ever Fissure the Ceruledge to deal with it. This is the crucial turn, I think. I mean, I could still get crit and lose later, but I think that like if this turn goes well, my odds of winning increase dramatically. So the question is, who's gonna move first here? Hawlucha in theory should be faster because many Sneasler are not running max speed Jolly, but it's not guaranteed. Ceruledge also is a priority move. They protect Sneasler. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna trade here. We go for entrainment. I don't get a KO, which is bad. but only kind of only in theory. I get no guard up, so I'm going to lose my Poltergeist here. Cannot miss because I have no guard. Fun fact. Now the question is, can I not fall too far behind on the Pokemon count? Because they do have the Charizard in the back that they can go into whenever they want, remember? So my Fissure does nothing into the Sneasler. So I'm gonna go into Sinistra here, and I have a choice to make. I either Trick Room to get Weather Control or Speed Control here, and Fissure the Ceruledge, because I do want to get rid of it. I think Sneasler is likely to switch here into Charizard, but in theory, Ceruledge could also switch. The problem with flying types is that I can't really hit them very easily. I think I go for Trick Room and switch here and deal with the Ceruledge. I'm actually not that worried about close combat. Oh, I need to go for Protect. I think I might have just thrown. Yeah, because Charizard comes in. I didn't think about Bitter Blade here. I am going to get a KO, but I think it might be at a terrible cost. I'm so stupid. I forgot about Bitter Blade. I was just using Poltergeist every turn, so I forgot. I could have protected and won the game. Okay. It's a 2 versus 3. Oh, I completely threw this. Okay. My Fissure. Okay. I mean, I get rid of the Ceruledge, but it's Sash. After all that, it's Sash. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's why it's so fast. And I'm burned on Politoed. Oh my god. I've made every single move I've made incorrectly. Okay. Well, I think I'm genuinely losing now. I go Weather Ball into this. And I go Fissure into Charizard. This is just completely falling apart. They're going to go for Poltergeist here. It just is looking difficult. If I can call Charizard switching out, then I will be in okay shape, but my play is very obvious here. Switch Charizard, switch Charizard, switch Charizard, switch Charizard. Give me a free kill. I've been so good. Okay. There's no other flying type on this team, right? Okay, I get rid of the Sneasler. That's good. That's like one of the Pokemon that can crit and KO me. They protect. Okay, so that's not good. I am so sick of this Ceruledge. Sick of Ceruledge. There's Fissure. Hold this. Thank you. Okay. 3 versus 2 now. Politoed takes a little more damage. I cannot get rid of the Ceruledge. I have tried so hard, and nothing is working. Does Politoed go down to Poltergeist? There's no way, right? Charizard comes back out. Okay. I no longer have Thick Fat, so this is now going to be doing genuine damage. My win condition right now seems to be to stall the Sun out. The last one was Samurott. I totally forgot they had him on this team. Okay, Protect plus Fissure. It's very obvious, but like, what am I supposed to do here? I have nothing else. There's nothing else I can do, to be honest. So this is kind of the crucial turn. I could go for Encore onto the Charizard, but it just doesn't really seem worth it to me. Yeah, because assuming they had dedicated one attack into Politoed, I might have made a mistake. Okay, it doesn't do that much, and they heal. Heal a lot. Should be Solar Beam. Okay, fine. So there's 4 turns left of Sun. It's a 2 versus 2 now. Snorlax hits a 3rd Fissure for a 2nd KO. Okay, it all comes down to what this last Pokemon is. Milotic, we're in good shape. I don't think it's Milotic. Garchomp, we're in good shape. It could be Garchomp. Samurott, we're in bad shape. It comes down to whether or not this is Samurott or not, I think. Those 3 stockpiles are coming in clutch, because if I had even like 1 fewer, we'd be in huge trouble. What is it? Of course it's Samurott. Okay, it's fine. Might be fine. I'm going to go for Perish Song here. I'm going to go for Fissure. I'm running out of Fissures. That's okay. I don't think I take a Solar Beam, but I'm actually not 100% sure. I think I might take a Solar Beam. Am I being delusional? It looks like a roll if they're modest max. Even if they're modest max, they have a chance to survive. Attack from Samurott. Okay, see what they go for here. Solar Beam again. Orb's Light. Politoed gets this attack off. Position improves. Politoed is the GOAT. Okay. The burn is making a huge difference here. Maybe that I'm in range of Heat Wave, but I get a Perish Song off. Let's see who's faster reading Politoed and Samurott. That will influence my next play. Fissure fails. Okay, full HP. Who's the turn order? Charizard and then Samurott. So I can't go for Encore here, and there's no point trying. So then I may as well just protect both, because I wanted to go for Encore. But like, if we're all going down in 2 turns anyway, then there's not really a point, right? You know, maybe Fissure was better here to cover for Swords Dance. But do I think they have Swords Dance and Sacred Sword and Ceaseless Edge and a Water move? I don't. Heat Wave, okay. I think because of the burn, I'm going to be in range of this. They have Sacred Sword. Okay, so it comes down to Snorlax here. Full HP Snorlax versus with +3 special defense. All right, here we go. If one of my Pokemon survives the turn, I'll win. They need to get both, which means they need double Heat Wave hit and a critical hit on Heat Wave or Sacred Sword. Heat Wave comes out, hits both. Is there a crit? Politoed survives, but the burn means that it doesn't matter. Here we go. Sacred Sword comes out into Snorlax, ignores defense boost, does not pick up the KO. Here's Encore. Doesn't really matter here. Just means that there's no like silly baloney that Charizard can do. It's locked into Heat Wave for the following turn. And Snorlax hits its 4th fissure of the match, picking up its 3rd KO. Samurott sent to the center of the earth, a threatening Pokemon for my team specifically, but it goes down here. Samurott's down, Cerulege is down, Sneasler switched in and got deleted. Snorlax is still standing after all of this. 88 HP in a dream. Politoed drops to the burn, but it's done its job. It's put up the perish counter, allowing Snorlax to have the chance to win this game. 1 turn on the perish counter. Snorlax is at 1. 1 more attack might knock out Snorlax, but it's not going to get the chance because Protect is going to keep it safe. I clicked Fissure 6 times in this game. 6 times. Opponent 1 minute, 39 seconds on the clock, but they have no agency left in this battle. They've been locked into Heat Wave, a move which could KO Snorlax should it connect. They will never find out. Snorlax goes for Protect. Heat Wave, the move guaranteed hits into the Protect. Snorlax is going to heal a little bit more as the sunlight finally ends. Snorlax may have been able to 1v1 this depending on, well, when and if it got burnt, but it doesn't need to find out because Politoed's Perish Song here doing what it needs to. Charizard goes down, and Snorlax, last Pokemon standing, will be our first victory of the day. Alrighty. That was pretty intense. I think real MVP there was actually Politoed. Yeah. And I want to apologize to Sinistra because I made that a lot harder than I needed to. So yeah, we're 55th now. That's pretty good. Interesting. Okay, so it says now 16 out of 30 instead of 1 out of 15. So that basically confirms that the battles roll over, which I think we knew anyway, and it's how it always worked in the past, but I wasn't 100% sure. Anyway, let's jump into another battle. Okay, so this looks like a Trick Room team, but it's not so clear cut. It's a Trick Room team, but it's also a team where they have Fake Out Last Resort Kangaskhan. Oh, the thing is, who's the Mega? Wait, isn't this Mega Kangaskhan? There's no other Mega. Wait a second. This isn't Fake Out Last Resort. This is Mega Kangaskhan. This is tricky. Both my modes can work here. I don't know if either will work. I'm gonna try my main mode here because I don't think it's Fake Out Last Resort Kangaskhan. I'm calling that. That seems like a reasonable assumption to make given that there's no other Mega on this team. I maybe could have done Perish here. Yeah, I maybe could have done Perish. Okay. I don't think I even get the KO, but I think Detect plus Stockpile is totally reasonable here. They actually switched Basket Legion out, so I think in the worst case, it's not the end of the world. Into Frigg, okay, I wasn't using a priority move anyway, though. In a perfect world here, they Fake Out my Hawlucha. If they Fake Out Hawlucha, I'm in really good shape. Like, surely they don't want to take close combat here, right? And they do Mega Evolve. Okay, that's good to know. Here's Detect. Here's the thing, because I have, oh, that's so good, that's so good, that's so good. Okay, my position is now very good because I'm boosted. And yeah, I'm boosted. So it's pretty hard to get rid of me now. So the question is, who do I Fissure here? The Kang is probably more threatening. Entrainment into Lax. I think I just take my shot now. The thing is, Trick Room going up is actually good for me, right? So I think I take out the Pokemon that can threaten Snorlax more, but though if the Farigiraf has Psychic Noise, it's actually maybe more threatening. Like, my thought process is that I have Intimidate, and I also have Sinistra, who's really good into Kangaskhan, but I still think I'd better just deal with the damage Pokemon. If this thing has Low Kick, it'll hit pretty hard. Here's Entrainment. I actually could have been cheeky and Entrainmented their Kangaskhan to reduce its damage, but I figured that this is better. Also, Kang has two chances to crit. Here's Drain Punch, that's fine. This is not gonna do very much. Okay, it's just regular Psychic. I was afraid of Psychic Noise. So I lose half my health, which is in theory bad. In practice, though, we trade half my health for a KO on their Mega. And Farigiraf just frankly isn't in that good of a position here. And I still have all my health on Hawlucha, and I have Instant in the back for Intimidate on the Basket Legion. I think overall this is going pretty well. I'm +1 defense, +1 special defense. Sylveon comes in. Okay, I can do something extremely mean. Ready? I can Entrainment the Sylveon and Fissure the Farigiraf. And the reason this is so mean is because Sylveon, its ability Pixelate, turns its normal type moves into Fairy type move. Meaning it'll use moves like Hyper Voice and Hyper Beam and Quick Attack and have them be extremely powerful Fairy moves. But now, Hyper Voice, a very powerful move, why did that do no damage? And why was it not super effective on Hawlucha? Well, the answer is that it's not super effective because it's no longer a Fairy type move. And because I Fissure them, they can no longer switch out. So they have no Guard Sylveon left alive for the rest of the game. And if they only have normal moves, they don't have Moonblast, and it's pretty unusual to run Moonblast and Sylveon, they're not unheard of. But if they don't have Moonblast or anything of the sort, then they will never be able to touch Sinistra. Let alone my other Pokemon. So that's going to be a forfeit. Yeah, I think it makes sense. With both Instant and Sinistra in the back, I think it was going to be pretty hard for them to win. But yeah, that was a nice clean win. That felt good. Top 25. I mean, listen, top 25 is pretty good. Top 25 is, I'm quite happy with that. I mean, we're still pretty far away from, the top of the ladder. We're still, 60 points away. But I don't remember the last time I went in a 17 win streak. Ever. This might be my first 17 win streak ever. Okay, hello. Let's play another game. It looks like a somewhat standard Sun team, but it also has Sylveon, which is a bit spooky. This looks, I would say that this isn't a super favorable matchup. That's my instinct. In large part because of the King Gambit and the Sneasler. I don't think I should be trying for, okay, Perish can work here, but it doesn't work very well against specific leads. Like King Gambit Basculegion would make my life super difficult. It's ambiguous, right? Because if I trap the Charizard in the field, I'm in great shape. I think I'm gonna go with Lax stuff. The question is, who's my last mon? Is it Sinister or is it Incin? I think it's gotta be Sinister here because I can't intimidate Sneasler or King Gambit. The thing is, we might be able to assume that the Aerodactyl has the Focus Sash, but it could also be on the Sneasler or the Basque, I guess. All right, this is gonna be a tough one. I think this is a matchup where it depends. We want to see Charizard in the lead. That's not good. Okay, in theory, I'm kind of in trouble here, right? Because they could double my Lax and I would die. I don't like this. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, that's fine. Kind of regardless because I get the no guard up. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Okay. It's too bad I don't have, no, it's okay. Well, okay. I don't think I'm dying to wave crash. I'm pretty sure I calculated correctly. Let's see who moves next. We want to know, we do want to know if the Basculegion is Scarf or not. Okay, it's not Scarf. That is really important to know. That means you can switch moves. I have no guard on Lax, which is good. They go for wave crash. It is into my Lucha. I'll die to another hit here, which is not great. They also, that probably means that they aren't. This probably means that they don't have Sash, because you don't run Sash plus Wave Crash. So I would guess this is like Citrus Berry then. See they go into here. Zard. Okay, that's great. That's really good because I still have Politoed in the back. I would like to Detect plus Fissure, to be honest. This makes sense because they can't hit me with both strong Fire move and... Yeah, okay, this makes sense, I think. Because if they Mega Evolve, then they can't use water moves on this turn. Maybe I should have stockpiled. Okay, it is Mega Evolution. In a perfect world, they just go for like... Okay, what I'm worried about here is Protect, right? Protect plus I take infinite damage. I could have protected both. Maybe that was better. Scout at the Sun. I played a little risky here. Oh, okay. That's really good. That's really good. Okay. Here's Heat Wave. Okay, that will do a fair bit to Charizard, to Snorlax because I have no boost and I have no Thick Fat anymore. It should do like 40. No burn? Okay, and hit the Fissure. Great. 2 mons down, 2 to go. I just need to get a Perish Song up, right? I don't need to win with Fissure anymore. I can also switch to Politoed, Protect, and then go into Sinistra. That's actually pretty good routing. That might be even better. Let's see if they go for Low Kick here, or like Protect or something, or Sucker Punch. If they go for anything other than Kowtow Cleave, I think they need to Kowtow Cleave my Hawlucha this turn, or else I think they're actually boomed. No Protect. That's not great. Let's see if they go for Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. I can Encore that. I can Giga Encore that. There's Weather Ball. Okay. I don't think I go down to Sucker Punch plus. I should play this guaranteed to win, right? I should Encore this, and I should actually stockpile, or should I Fissure? Encore Fissure is fine. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's gonna do it. Okay, if you want a team, excuse me, that if you want to use a team that wins 4-0 sometimes, like if you want to complete your dailies, I can recommend this one. Sucker Punch fails. Fissure's gonna take out Cringe Gambit. I think that's gonna do it. Weather Ball plus Protect means they don't have the damage to win anymore. Okay, GG. Another win for me. Okay, 18 wins in a row. That is not something that I have seen very often. Top 15, that's pretty good. 1750. I mean, this is like, for context, in the fall, I entered a tournament with, I entered one of these tournaments and I had Slacking and Wheezing, and I finished around here, like after 40, close to, I don't remember exactly how many I played, but it was pretty close to 45. I consider this to be a pretty big success so far. But yeah, this is, I mean, 18 wins is just, 18 wins in a row is just not something I've ever done before. So that's cool. I'm sure it'll end soon, but for now, I'm certainly happy, not complaining. I went to the farmer's market and now I am back. You can see people are still playing pretty like frequently because I was 15th, I think. Like that was probably an hour, a little over an hour ago. And now I am 21st. So, oh, Joey Wheeler. Oh, that can't be good. Oh, it's a mirror match. They have entrainment. It's a mirror match. It's triple ghost entrainment fissure. That cannot be good. So can I do anything about this? They don't have fake out and they don't have rain. So I don't have any speed control. Does Hawlucha kill Hawlucha? Who think it? They kill each other. That simply cannot be good. They have triple ghost. I think I'm going 8th. It's a mirror match. I gotta bring Ensign. Gang, I gotta go with Perish Trap here. Oh, this sucks a lot. Okay. Well, give it a shot. Who else think it? Okay, I gotta lock in because I think I'm about to, like, I think that their version with Fergraph has an advantage, or maybe it's just that, maybe it's simply that. Okay. This is all right. I know it looks bad, but it's actually okay. I have to Parting Shot here because they probably want to switch in Snorlax on turn 1, right? So I have to Perish Song and Parting Shot here. This should be Snorlax. Okay. I'm going to Encore and disable this thing. Here we go. I could have gone for Fake Out if I wanted, but I thought they might Protect. And the thing is, I have to be really intentional with how I do this. The thing is, they can actually Entrainment my Gengar to get out of Shadow Tag, which is not what I want. So I'm gonna Perish Song here. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to do this in 1, but I might be able to do it in 2. Because I basically, here's Entrainment. Is it into my Gengar? No, it's into Lax. Okay, that's fine. So now they have no guard. They don't get like After You or anything like that. -1 on both Mons. You know what here? I could actually go into Sinistcha to go for Rage Powder stuff. Oh, I was gonna go Politoed, but I could go Sinistcha and just sack off the Sinistcha. Hang on, Protect, 2 left. Rage Powder, disable, 1 left. Is this better? I was gonna Encore disable, but I actually can trap both these Mons. I'm gonna go Sinistcha first, because they're both Parasonged, and if I Rage Powder them, they're -1 with the Hawlucha. They can't KO me. I'm gonna go Sinistcha. I was gonna Encore disable them, like regardless of whether or not they called the Protect, but I think I can just do this instead. Okay, Protect. They need to go for Fissure on this. If they need to not go for Fissure on this turn because I will disable them. Yep, they're trying to Entrainment my Gengar, but I'm going to go for Rage Powder to prevent them from getting out. And here's Fissure, amazing. So now 2 turns with the Perish counter. This is exactly why I went with Perish Trap, because I realized that if they went with the 1-hit KO strategy, then I could potentially get both kills. And now we know they also don't have Gengar in the back, so I need to keep in mind that there's Rage Powder. There's no Protects. This is amazing. I'm gonna take here's Disable. I am faster than Hawlucha. That's by design. Fissure's disabled. Here's Brave Bird. They do make the correct call here. They need to crit me this turn or else they are in big trouble. Hey, they didn't crit. Fissure's disabled. Amazing. Perish counter at 1. And now, okay, how do I do this in the best possible way? I think I want to play, I assume they don't have Gengar in the back, so I assume it's Basculegion. So I think my best play here is to go into Politoed and Protect. I may take a little damage here, but I'm not going to get fissured. And then next turn I can go for Rage Powder and Perish Song and potentially win the game that way, because I need to assume the last Pokemon is Basculegion, so I need to keep Rage Powder active here. Yeah. Let's see what the Snorlax's last move is. Keep in mind these are both -1. I think that the danger for me here is that they get the critical hit on this turn on Politoed, because if Politoed eats like critical hit Brave Bird or close combat, my position actually gets a lot worse. They go for Entrainment actually. I didn't miscount the Perish turns, did I? This is the last turn, right? I may have miscounted. I actually wasn't paying attention. Icy Wind. That's new. Okay, that changes things a little bit because now I'm slower. I didn't miscount the Perish turns, did I? It is technically possible. No, it should be at 0, right? I'm so in my head, dude. What was that? Of course I didn't miscount them. This is my whole thing. I've been doing this for 14 years? Surely I can count Perish turns. I mean, surely I can make mistakes though, right? I'm thinking about the falafel sandwich I got from the farmer's market. That's a little distracting. Who else think it? Sinistcha and Boomst. It is Basculegend. I mean, does anyone think that critical hit Machagachi kills my Politoed? There's no way. Here, hold this Perish Song. Yeah, don't care, Rage Powder. I'm sacrificing Sinistcha here because we're gonna get into the position that I mentioned where we're gonna have 3 Pokemon, unless they get the 1-hit KO here, unless they have like Leaf Storm critical hit Sinistcha, but my Politoed is so good. Okay, this is the end of my Sinistcha. That's okay. Good job, Sinistcha. You did good. Honestly, Sinistcha was the carry here. Yeah. Sinistcha goes down, unfortunately. So unless they get a huge critical hit here, which I don't think is super likely. And even if they did, I would still have a chance to win because Incineroar is so good here. Okay, here's Machagacha. Disconnect. I don't think even a crit will KO. Yeah, not even close. Did they get the burn? No burn. Okay. Here's Parasong, and now the game is over. Like actually over, because protect, switch, whatever. Protect is game over. So let's go into Gengar here. We actually haven't revealed Incineroar yet, so this allows me to preserve the information that I have Protect, which could matter. Like let's say I play this person's friend, right? I've already revealed Protect on Gengar, so it's a very minor tech, but It is still one worth considering, I think. Yeah. This could also be slow Basket Legion, by the way. There's no guarantee that it's fast. Last respects. Genjar. Gotcha, gotcha. Both. This is like not, it doesn't matter, but when I'm in this position where I know I'm going to win anyway, what I start doing is I start thinking about like, okay, I started thinking about how to win without losing a Pokemon, like, or any more Pokemon. Because I'm like, well, my Pokemon fought so hard for me. If I can keep them alive and I'm going to win anyway, then I should probably do that. So like here I was thinking, oh, they'll probably last respect to the Gengar, so I'll switch to Instant to keep it alive. Top 10 on the ladder, 19 win streak. I think it's pretty good. That was a mirror match too. So you can't really argue I had a team advantage, I don't think. Because we had the same Pokemon, except they had Frigg, whereas I had Politoed. And they had Basket Legion was essentially the difference maker there. But yeah, I thought that their lead was pretty cool. Like, I haven't done a lot of that where I lead Hawlucha and another Mon and switch into Snorlax. Maybe that's something I should consider. So yeah, I'll definitely think about that going forward. I've just been leading Hawlucha Lax because I feel like I like having Lax in the field. But yeah, maybe there's spots where that's better. And it's also trickier. If I hadn't seen it coming, like, yeah, like it would have been pretty bad. Like, imagine I just Shadow Balled in the first turn into the Lax, and I was probably losing. So was I 9th when I last stopped, or was I 8th? Anyway, I'm 8th now. Let's go ahead and play another game. Dude, what is wrong with my foot? Okay. Okay. So good news and bad news, but mostly bad news. I think Rain is like maybe the worst matchup for the team. But the good news is that they have Rain plus Mega Dragon. My brings are set in stone. There's nothing I can do except these guys. I just, because I don't have Smackdown on my Snorlax, last Pokemon is Scizor and Vaskir. Yeah, I think this is a really terrible matchup because I can't Fissure them, and they have Sneasler. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me, guys. The part of the problem is that my Politoed actually kind of will often help them more than it helps me. It's not a bad Pokemon here. Like, the Special Bulk is really nice for Dragonite, but yeah, like, Encore is like not super effective here because like it's slower than everything except for maybe Scizor and maybe Pelipper, but even that's kind of a stretch. This could be bad, is what I'm trying to say. This is what I was worried about, to be honest. This is what I was pretty afraid of. So I have Gengar plus Instant here. They're at -1. Let's assume this is Scarf Basket Legion. Wave Crash is a roll to kill, but not a very. Oh, that's only if it's Adamant and not Swift Swim and Adaptability. Yeah. So I think I Parting Shot here. It's a little bit riskier, to be honest, because like if they just double my Instant, then I am dead. But there's not really a reason why they should double Instant because if they wanted to clear Instant, they can always just go for. Oh, they actually switched Pelipper out. Okay, that's not what I expected. Honestly, getting this thing in on the field, Mega Evolving, I do kind of wish I went for Shadow Ball here, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, this is like, getting a Parting Shot on this early is pretty big, I think. Let's see if I take a hit from the Basket Legion here. They don't protect, and they're probably Swift Swim or their Scarf. Let's see if they flip turn. They go for Wave Crash. Okay. My Parting Shot, so now they're -1 on the Arch. So I think I kind of am forced here to go for Sinistra. And the question is, should I Shadow Ball and Rage Powder? Or should I definitely Rage Powder here. The question is, should I Shadow Ball and potentially get the Basket Legion? Or should I Perish Song preemptively, getting like predicting the switch? I think I need to start the timer on our Arcaludon. Please switch, please switch, please switch, please switch, please switch. Ah, I could have Shadow Balled. Okay, it's okay. This is the wrong play. Let's say they go for Wave Crash here. They go for Wave Crash. So I think they're Scarfed probably. A lot, actually. The good news is that they are in Shadow Ball range now. The other good news is that we do think that we have the item figured out now. Perish Song is active, so that's good for me getting rid of the Arcaludon, but Electroshock comes out. They're now +1, or +0, sorry. This is going to be pretty tricky, I think. Okay, these next turns are going to be the crucial ones. They are faster than me. We don't know if they're Scarf or Swift Swim, but they're probably Scarf, I think. I think this Basket Legion is Scarf, so I think I'm supposed to go for Rage Powder and Shadow Ball here. They switch. Okay, I think this is, I'm hoping this is Pelipper. Okay, not good. I should have Protect. Another +1. I think I'm making mistakes. We know all 4 Mons, which is good, and we break the multi-scale, which is also good. Maybe they're Inner Focus. Copium. That's multi-scale. 23. Special Defense Drop. The problem here is that in a best case scenario, it's still pretty bad, right? +1. I could have gone for Disable here. It's just barely alive because they crit me. Okay, that actually makes a bit of a difference. I don't really see a way to win this, is the truth. I don't know if I survive. I ran out of time to figure it out. Sorry, I totally spaced. This is really not the correct play. I was thinking about going for Rage Powder plus Shadow Ball. I think this is going to be my loss. Is there any way that I can turn this around? Another Electro Shot. So I have Arcalodon gone, but all my Pokemon are still affected by the Parasong. I could have gone for Disable there. That's what I wanted to do, but I couldn't figure out how to do it safely. Here's the thing. If I let Instant take this, I just don't know if I win. Finish is affected, right? Yeah, actually, this never works because... shoot. I really messed up. I get rid of the Arcalodon, but the problem is Basculegion comes in now, and I'm just taking too much damage. There's Hurricane. The speed order is wrong as well, unless this is Flash Cannon, but yeah. The thing is that now Basculegion comes in, and I take the issue. Here's the issue: is that I take way too much from this attack. I'm taking almost all my health from this. Yeah, I needed to get rid of Basculegion early. I don't have the health left anymore. Is the simple problem. There is one small chance here. No, even then, I don't think I can win. I'm still alive, narrowly. It's technically 3 versus 3, but I'm in a way worse spot. Unless they go into Pelipper here. If they go into Pelipper, then it's like maybe doable. The question, if they were Swift Swim, it'd be one thing, but they're not Swift Swim. Here's Basculegion. I think they're Scarf. I have to play as if they're Swift Swim. I think I can't win otherwise. Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be it. Sorry, guys. That's gonna be my loss. Yeah, I mismanaged. It was a bad matchup, but I also mismanaged. I mismanaged things, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a really difficult matchup here. And I think they played really well. Like, I basically, the issue is that I got too many turns wrong against the Basculegion Arcalodon. Like, the first turn was okay, to be honest. But the issue was the second turn, when I went for Parasong when they weren't already trapped, and I think that ultimately did me in. So I'm very close, is the thing. Like, I'm really, actually unironically close. Maybe they double poly. Yeah, like, they need to do something really bad here. They need to give me Basculegion for free, which they're not willing to do. Yeah, Polito takes this, and then I lose. Yeah, I just took much damage. Yeah, but I knew it was a hard matchup, so that's okay. Yeah. But yeah, well played. Hurricane into Instant. Yeah, I could have protected, but the problem is Polito doesn't actually do anything here. There were definitely like smarter paths I could have taken through this, but yeah. Okay, GG. Yeah. Ah, man, 1 away from 20 wins in a row. That's okay. That was a tough one. I don't even think that, like, I don't think I played that badly, all things considered, but I didn't play well enough for the matchup, I think. Yeah, Arcalodon plus, ooh, that's a lot of points lost. That's okay. Arcalodon plus Dragonite plus Pelipper plus Basculegion is just really tough for my team. But I also, yeah, I needed to be smarter. I'm more just surprised by their play, to be honest. Like, I think that's the part that I find most surprising. Okay, so this is a team where they have 2 ghost types, so I think this is definitely a Snorlax game. They also have Serena, who I have to watch out for. So I think 1, 2, 3 makes a lot of sense here. The question is, I think maybe I lead with Hawlucha instead and bring Instant in the back, because I really don't want to mess around with their Sneasler. I guess the Serena adds a wrench into the plan, right? Okay. Well, that's actually kind of okay, right? Let's do Protect, Mega Evolve, and Detect here. I might not be able to get my full setup off here, which would be bad. See if they switch here, or if we can figure out if their Basculegion is Scarf or not. Because I'm threatening Brave Bird, that's like one positive thing. But the thing is, if I Brave Bird and they Wave Crash, like, we'll trade 1 for 1, and that's actually pretty terrible for me, because that means that I won't be able to get my no guard off. But because I don't have Healing and Sinistcha in this matchup, like, I might have to just go for it, because I don't think I'm allowed to let Snorlax take 1 billion damage here. Like, the thing is, if I don't Brave Bird, then go for Fake Out. Okay, so we're not able to learn if they're Scarf or not. Let's see what they do with the Basculegion. They Wave Crash. Okay, that's probably not good for me. There's probably no world in which that's good. We could make the hard read, and we could go for Fissure plus Entrainment. Like, it is pretty obvious that I'm threatening Brave Bird, right? Let's try it. We want to see Protector Switch. I think I just lost the game. I think I just lost. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Maybe they're Sash. Maybe that's why they did this. Oh, they're just faster than me, so my move just fails. Do I survive? Okay, well, this is not going very well. Folks, I'm getting cooked. Okay, I can still win this. I'm not even being silly. I can actually still win. I can see how to win this. White Herb? Okay, it's actually good that they're White Herb, believe it or not. They're now Unburdened, though, which is bad. Yeah, that was actually really safe for them then. And I actually didn't really have a good counterplay because I didn't bring Sinistcha to this, right? So it just kind of put me behind. So I'm gonna go for Throat Chop into the Basculegion. I think they're gonna switch Sneasler out. I should have gone for Close Combat, maybe. But I figured if Tyranitar came in, okay, I figured if Tyranitar came in, then, like, it's still good for me, right? All things considered. We go for Wave Crash. Into my Lucha, okay. Brave Bird comes out. Instant's still in it, though. Here's why I think I can still win this. The reason I think I can still win this is because if I get the Basculegion here, which I do, like, it's technically a 3 versus 3. And the important thing about a 3 versus 3 is that I'm 1 mon away from winning with Parasong, right? In theory, 65 HP might be enough on my Hawlucha because they're Jolly Nature. This is going to be really tight, like super, super, super tight. Okay, Sneasler's back in. So I have Politoed available as a potential switch. I can also protect both, but I think I gotta go Poly here. Yeah, it's a shame that they're Jolly Nature and faster than my Hawlucha. It's a pain for me. There's Rain. Detect. It could be Mega Tyranitar. I hadn't really thought about that. Should we Fake Out? Okay, into Lucha, and I guess this is Rock Slide or Dragon Dance. Both are bad. Rock Slide, okay. It hits, okay. Okay, I have a choice to make here. I either Brave Bird the Hawlucha, or the Sneasler, or I close combat the Tyranitar. The advantage of going for Brave Bird here is that I'll get the Sneasler, who I know has no item and no sash. The disadvantage is that it means that Tyranitar survives. Okay, they stay in with Sneasler. I get another Intimidate down. We're getting closer to being able to win with Parasong, but I don't know who for sure if that's going to be possible. We want to say okay, a Mega. Perfect. I mean, I could have close combated this, but I actually think this is better for me because I get the Intimidate down, unless their last Pokemon is Serena. Then things get a lot harder. But yeah, okay, Sand is back up. See if they protect. Dire Claw. As long as I don't get parried, I should survive. Okay, I survive. I get Brave Bird off, so it's a 2 versus 2 now. Maybe this is Knockoff instead of Rock Slide. It's actually a fair bit stronger, right? So you'd expect him to go for it. Question is, who's the last Pokemon? It's not Frostlass, so is it Umbreon, or is it... Actually, regardless of if it's Umbreon or Serena, I'm still in a losing position, right? Okay, Knockoff. Okay, Knockoff is good. They're -1 on Tyranitar, which is good. Here's the problem. I'm dead to Serena, and I don't have Intimidate active. I guess I KO'd the wrong one in hindsight. Umbreon? Umbreon would be good. Serena? Umbreon? Frostlass? What? Non-Mega Frostlass. Okay, then I'm suddenly in a lot better shape, because I don't think Frostlass is very good here. That's not good. Fake Out into Tyranitar and Parasong. They protect, okay. Let's see what the Frostlass goes for here. It's not that strong without, no, where it's Mega Stone. Shadow Ball into Politoed, okay. Spooky, spooky. 134 down to 91. It just activates, okay, good. Here's Parasong, okay. Frostlass, then Tyranitar, then Politoed, then Instant. Okay, so what this means is that if one of my Pokemon survives, then I'll win. So it's Protect, Protect, there's 2, Attack, Attack, that's 1. I guess I'm a little bit worried about Dragon Dance, but I don't think Neutral Rock Slide plus Shadow Ball will get my Politoed. So I'll do this. Okay, 2 turns left on the Perish Trap. Shadow Ball, okay, and is it Rock Slide or is it Dragon Dance? Knock off Rock Slide, Protect. Is it Dragon Dance? It's Rock Slide. I think their last move is to be Low Kick then. Okay, 2 on everything. Throat Chop into the Frostlass. They need critical hits here for sure. Maybe multiple of them. They need Tyranitar to crit my Instant, I think. Shadow Ball, okay. Politoed is going below half-ish. Just barely. Rock Slide hits both. They need a double crit. They don't get a crit on either. Both my Pokemon survive. Does Politoed attack here and knock out Tyranitar with Weather Ball? I don't, but does Incineroar get to Throat Chop? Nope, that's okay. This is the advantage of Parasong, is that even if you get unlucky, even if both your Pokemon flinch to Rock Slide, it should be pretty hard for them to win. Frostlass doesn't get Trick Room. So I should be able to just protect both my Pokemon and win the game. Very, very close. But I think, okay, I think given how badly this started, this is a pretty good win, right? Like, I lost my carry turn 1, and I got nothing in exchange. Like, even if I killed the Sneasler in exchange, it would have been passable, right? But I got literally nothing. So I think it's overall actually pretty good that I won this. Okay, let's see here. Shadow Ball. And unless Tyranitar has Curse, I guess that's the one way I can still lose. Yeah, Rock Slide comes out. Perish counter drops to 0. And I think just like that, we're going to do it. Pretty nice, honestly. Oh, yeah, honestly, good win there. So we'll make back some of the points that we lost. Yeah, good win, good win, good win. Yeah, way too close for comfort. Did not like that. Okay, how many points do we gain? 14. Okay, so we're still doing pretty well. I'll do one more. Ooh, okay, so this team has a lot of physical attackers and 2 dark types. I think this is definitely a Hawlucha team, a Hawlucha battle. The question is, how do I best get my Snorlax set up? Because I'd like to lead with like Instant here. I just worry about the Gambit, right? Is Politoed better here or is Sinistra? Sinistra's healing could be really nice, to be honest. Like if I can get an Intimidate off, my position gets really, really good. Do I need Politoed here? Not really, right? It's really good into Sylveon, which I appreciate. Although it's like not actually that good into Sylveon. I'm gonna do Sinistra, I think. I know it looks weird to not bring Politoed versus Sand, but I think I'd rather do this. I don't love giving the King Gambit a boost right away, though. That is something that I need to watch out for. And actually, maybe I did want Politoed here. Maybe I should have just let Hawlucha. They have a fighting type on the team, and they also have T-Tar. There's a chance that the King Gambit doesn't have Low Kick, which would be really nice against my 2 fighting weak leads. Okay, it's not a good lead for me, but it's also not terrible, all things considered. I get to get an attack off right away. I get to get a stockpile off right away, although I could get burnt, which would be bad. For +1, that's bad. Didn't you be Strength of the Fallen, Supreme Commander, or whatever it's called? Stockpile plus Fake Out. They could go for Trick Room, I guess. I just don't really expect them to. Okay, here's Fake Out, so they're probably not Focus Sash. Next move is the King Gambit. So Sinistcha's either going for Trick Room or they're going for Trick Room, actually. Okay. That's not what I would have expected, all things considered, I think. But it's not necessarily bad for me. It does mean that it won't be as easy for me to set up my one-hit KO strategy, but I have Stockpile here, and I could go for Throat Chop into Sinistcha. It's probably not a terrible move. I don't think Instin's in range of anything here. The only question is, should I go for Protect instead? Because I'm like under less pressure with Instant, or I'm under more pressure with Instant here. Okay, they switch out. So that's good because now I can start pressuring Body Press. And T-Tar comes in. Okay, this is okay. Snorlax is at +2. I wish I had Politoed now that I've seen what they're doing. I could have Parting Shotted. I go for a second Stockpile. Let's say they're Mega Tyranitar, and let's say they're max HP. I actually wouldn't kill all the time. I need a little bit of chip, funny enough. You go for Kowtow Cleave. Okay, so I don't think they have Low Kick. They don't do that much damage though, all things considered. I want to say they're probably Mega T-Tar, and they're probably Chobol King Gambit. So what I want to do is I want to Parting Shot the T-Tar, and I want to Body Press the Gambit, I think. The nice thing is that my Instant is actually guaranteed to be slower than this. It is Mega Tyranitar, okay. Yeah. So being at -1 attack is nice-ish. In a perfect world, this wouldn't be Chopal on the King Gambit, but I think in our world it probably is. Here's Body Press, it is Chopal. You can tell by the delay. But just doing this damage is still important, you know? Question is, how am I ultimately going to get through this? They go for another Kowtow. As long as they don't crit, I'm fine. They're only +1, I'm +2. They don't crit. I guess I'm a little worried about knockoff now, but yeah, it's fine. That's a problem for now. Oh wait, that's like this is like the third turn of Trick Room, so there should be 2 left. Is that correct? See what they go for with T-Tar. It's -1 T-Tar, so I'm mostly just worried about knockoff taking away my thing. Go for knockoff, that's not good. There goes my recovery. It's a good thing I have Sinistcha, I guess, but it's still not a great thing. Like, nothing about this is great. Now what? There's still 2 turns left of Trick Room, yeah? They're gonna switch Tyranitar out into... They should switch Tyranitar out into Sinistcha. That's like their best move, right? So I'm gonna do this. Why is my game lagging? Hello? Is it my computer? Are you all, is it lagging for you all, or is it just me? I switch T-Tar, there should be Sinistcha. Okay. They should go for Protect here. I could have Body Pressed, I could have Body Pressed, I could have Body Pressed. I like knew they might not have it. But wait, what do they have then? Kowtow again. Went to Hawlucha. Okay, it's kind of okay. Not really. It's kind of okay. I'm taking a lot of damage though, but yeah, I think I might be all right. I Protect here, I miss my leftovers, and I Detect. I'm kind of just begging to get crit, but my Snorlax is really tanky. I just don't really have the recovery to like get around this very cleanly. I wonder if they don't have Protect. Hey, Hawlucha's Hawluchanite. Last turn of Trick Room. I think probably what's going to happen here is they're going to go for Rage Powder, and we're going to trade 1 for 1. Yeah, they go for Rage Powder. I'm a little bit worried about my health. They have Iron Head. Okay, so I think we're going to trade 1 for 1 here. I think Sinistcha's going to take the Fissure, and then we're gonna have to play from there. Because I think they're gonna Rage Powder here. They should at least. I'm gonna go for Fissure into the Sinistcha, and I'm gonna go for Entrainment onto my Snorlax, and I think they're gonna redirect it, which is bad. Snorlax has about 40% left. They actually switched Sinistcha out, so who's coming in? Do they have a Flying type? That's not what you wanted. Okay, they have 3 Pokemon that I can Body Press to death, but that only works in the circumstance where... Oh, they Protect! Oh, that's so good. Okay. And the Sand ends on this turn, which is also really good. Entrainment into... Wait, they had Protect. What the heck? Okay, Entrainment into Lax. I get No Guard online. Now I have a guaranteed Fissure. So now Sinistcha is in a much worse spot against me. And I actually made it through the turn with Hawlucha, which I was not anticipating. I think on this turn I go back into Sinistcha and I Fissure again. They have to go into their... They really have to go into Sinistcha here, otherwise I will Close Combat Tyranitar. Maybe, yeah, I think I Close Combat Tyranitar and Fissure the King Gambit. I don't think Hawlucha's in range of Sucker Punch. I really don't believe it. We know they have no item. Close Combat's a 1-hit KO, so I'm going to Fissure the King Gambit, and I'm going to Close Combat the Tyranitar. This is a guaranteed 1-hit KO. Oh, wait, no, my Hawlucha's -1. My Hawlucha's -1. Hold on. So I'm going to Fissure the Tyranitar and Close Combat the King Gambit. Okay, well, it's in a Gambit, which is good. I can now Intimidate everything, which is really nice. If Snorlax doesn't die on this turn, even if I get flinched, I think it's still okay. They can't miss Rock Slide. They do go for Rock Slide, so that's probably the end of Lucha. That's actually okay, honestly, all things considered. Because I can go into Sinistcha and then Protect and go for Switch to Instant and get the Intimidate down. I go for and I hit. Okay, great, perfect. Second Fissure for a 1-hit KO on Mega Tyranitar. You know, the funny thing is that Body Press would have done the same thing. But Fissure's funnier, so I'll take it. I do need to be... No, I don't think I need to be careful at this point because I can go into Sinistra. I still have my instant as well. I don't think their Sinistra ever beats my instant. So yeah, this is I think over. Okay, and they forfeit. Yeah, GG. Yeah, that was pretty spooky to be honest. But I guess that they bringing three dark type Pokemon into Snorlax with Body Press was like, yeah, I guess even if Holuchi had gone down, I might have been okay. But yeah, the Sinistra was just pretty spooky. So now, okay, we're third in the tournament. That's really good. We should be right here once it updates. So yeah, just 6 points behind second and then still a fair few behind first. So overall, I think this is pretty good. There's still a third day of competition, of course, and like not everybody has finished their games. So yeah, I don't know how much more I'm gonna play today, to be honest. I feel like I'm feeling a little tired. I think these games have been more draining. So maybe I'll play 1 or 2 more. Maybe I'll save it to tomorrow. But overall, I'm still super happy with how this is going. Feels pretty good to be up this high. Okay, so what is this? There's a lot of ghosts here, and there's 2 ghosts, 2 flying types. So this doesn't look super good for me. My instinct here is to do Incineroar Snorlax stuff in the lead. I'm a little bit worried that this is Perish Trap. It's Sinistra Holucha in the back. Sinistra doesn't look... Is it Sinistra or is it Politoed here? Sinistra's way better versus Rotom, which isn't a huge threat. Oh, it's not a threat either. Sinistra means that like I have... Well, I think Body Press can get through these guys. Yeah, I'll do Sinistra here, I think. Gengar Instant. Do you think this is Perish Trap? Kind of looks like it, right? Faster than me. Kind of looks like Perish Trap. Who else think it? I think I'll play as if it's Perish Trap. Okay, here's Mega Gengar. If it's not Perish Trap, this is definitely like not a very good play from me, but I think I have to do what I can. Okay, unfortunate. Okay, it's Perish Trap. So, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. I'm gonna go for Rage Powder and Parting Shot here. Although I could Protect as well. I'm not under that much pressure here. Hang on, Protect, Rage Powder, Parting Shot. Okay, I'm gonna go through Protect. Okay, cool. I just didn't want to take a Throat Chop here. That was my main fear. We go for Throat Chop. Okay, good to know. Doesn't do that much. I can still probably take a Shadow Ball as my guess. We have a Parting Shot on the correct target. Let's go into Holucha now. I'm threatening Close Combat, which is good. I'm also threatening Entrainment in the Gengar, which is also good. Perish counter at 2. Okay, I'm gonna go for Entrainment into Sinistra, and I'm gonna switch on out into Snorlax. And if they don't go for Perish Song on this turn, then I think my position is pretty good. Here's Snorlax, buddy. Okay, they don't switch. I could have predicted both here. I thought they might switch, to be honest. What do they go do with Gengar here? Because I'm not threatening that much. Show me Shadow Ball. They're slower than me. Oh, that's good to know. They are slower than me. Okay, cool. So now I have no guard on the Snorlax. Sludge Bomb. Great. That's okay. I have healing. No poison. Great. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Good. So what comes in here? Arrow or Rotom or Mimikyu or something else? Mimikyu. Okay. So that's a little bit spooky. But it's not that bad, right? The thing is, we don't know what's in the back right now. It's either Arrow, Rotom, Garchomp. Do I think it's Arrow in the back? Not really. Should I double the Mimikyu? Like, I think it's obvious I want to go after the Gengar here. What? I'm not... Wait, what? You're the only one Perish Songed. What? I'm not Perish Songed. Okay. Break the Disguise. I don't think I take any recoil from this because I didn't actually do... Like, I didn't do that damage. The damage is taken from the Disguise breaking. There's Play Rough. Okay. That's 2 KOs, so... Okay, they don't switch Gengar out. Maybe they didn't feel like they had to switch. Maybe they lost him on his Garchomp, but even still, it's a little surprising, right? I've finished an instant in the back. I'm in good shape. I'd be really surprised if I lost this. Not to jinx it, but... Yeah, okay, Gengar goes down to its own Perish Song. Didn't switch out. Who's the last? Garch? Garchompy? Garchie? I mean, all my Pokemon look good here. I'll go... Oh, they forfeit. Okay, yeah. Yeah, GG. Yeah, I guess they didn't actually have a Fissure switch in, so it was kind of spooky for them. Yeah, I guess they were banking on me going for Fissure into that slot, which I would have if I knew that they didn't have a Pokemon in the back that could switch in. So, okay, this is a chance at redemption. It's another Floette team. This team doesn't really have Tailwind though. Do you think there's a chance that I can get through this with Sinistra Politoed? I really don't like it versus Floette is the truth. I'm gonna try it because I don't really like Gengar into Kingambit and Dragapult. Maybe Gengar was better here. It was probably better here realistically. Okay, Floette and Sneasler is the lead. So this is pretty terrible for a number of reasons. The biggest reason though is that I'm super dead. So I can protect and mega evolve and detect here. The problem is what happens on the next turn. I need to delete Gengar into this. Gengar is actually quite good into this lead. Like on a Charizard team, it could be Choice Scarflet. Let's see if they mega evolve. It's probably better if they don't, but I expect that they will. I am threatening a Brave Bird right now. The thing is, if I go for Brave Bird, I'm never killing this Floette ever. Okay, it is Mega Floette. So, okay, there's one gimmick that I can go for. Snorlax versus Sneasler. Oh, close combat is more than I thought. I didn't realize it did that much. Okay, then there's actually not really much I can do here. Here's Detect. Here's Protect. See what they do with the Sneasler here. They Fake Out. Is it Calm Mind? So here's what I could do. I could go for Entrainment into the Floette. Take the close combat on Sneasler, on the Snorlax. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and clear this Floette because I think I can't win unless I do. I'm gonna go for Entrainment here. There's a couple ways that this can go well for me. There's a lot of ways it can go badly. I'm not even sure if I'll live close combat plus Dazzling Gleam. And they could also go for Moonblast or Light of Ruin as well, which would definitely get my lax. Entrainment overwrites the Fairy Aura here, which is why I'm using it on them, because I think I might need every bit of health that I can get. They might feel threatened by Brave Bird. That's an option, but because basically if I Brave Bird, even if they're not Focus Sash, which they probably aren't, they switch Sneasler out. Hold on. Hold, please. Into Gambit. Okay, hang on. Hang on. It's not like... Okay. So we will get Floette here. The question is, are we gonna die in the process? There's no guard. There's Gleam. Okay, thanks to the removal of Fairy Aura, I will survive this, and actually pretty handily too. If I'd hit myself with it, I'd feel pretty good, but now it's still like not that good of a position, I think. Okay. Because I don't actually have it on my own Pokemon, right? That's the problem. I almost wonder here if I'm supposed to switch Snorlax out. I got rid of the Mega though, that is good. Is it ever switch Snorlax into Synergy here and heal the Hawlucha? Is that like more important, do you think? Because I could do it. Could switch Snorlax to Hawlucha to try and live a hit from the Sneasler and go for Brave Bird and then try and Perish Slam my way through the rest. Sneasler's back out. Okay. I think I like protect here. Get another turn of Leftovers recovery. Go from there. I think Protect, Detect, Brave Bird, and Switch. Hope for the best. Fake Out? Okay, Fake Out. Let's see if they go for Swords Dance, because Swords Dance would be very bad. Low kick. Okay. So then I'm gonna Brave Bird the Sneasler and Switch, I think. Now they should be focused on the one-hit KO attack. So I'll go for Sinistcha Switch and Brave Bird. Because now I think that they would, if they expect me to attack, they should expect me to attack King Gambit, right? The issue is that if their Sneasler's Jolly max speed, it will actually be faster than my Hawlucha, which would be pretty bad here. There's a couple ways this goes well and a lot that it goes badly, but there are a couple ways where it goes well still. We really want to get, if we can KO the Sneasler, oh, they stayed in, but they could be going for Protect. Let's see if they're protecting here. Back to 105. I'm faster. Are they Focus Sash? Big question here. Focus Sash or no Sash? They're not Focus Sash. Okay, that's another KO that's really, really important because now I can, in theory, Perish Song everybody. The Iron Head. Ooh, okay, that's not great. That's pretty bad. That's not good. Creamarine is the last. Okay, hang on a second. We got a ball game, folks. Switch to Snorlax and Entrainment, and then Sinistcha Fissure. This might be overthinking it. Sinistcha's out. Lax is in. I could have gone for close combat here as well. That may have actually, close combat was probably better here in hindsight. They protect. Oh, that's very good. That's very, very good. Okay. They protect. I go for Entrainment. Snorlax is now no guarded. What are they doing with Prim? Gleam, okay. 107 and 190. I could go for Rage Powder Sinistcha here if I wanted. Or I can go for Encore Politoed. I think I like Encore Politoed here. Encore Politoed plus Fissure. Or Encore Politoed plus Protect. Both are good. Fissure, baby. The danger is that they're faster than me, right? Okay, I'm fastest. That should be the game then. Unless their Primarina has a really powerful water move, like Hydro Cannon. They protect, it fails. Primarina goes for Gleam. That's not going to be strong enough. Absolutely no way. And here's Fissure. Okay, cool. And that's going to be a one-hit KO. We got it set up in the end. It took a little bit, but we made it there. We had to use Entrainment on their Floette first, but we did make it through. Primarina goes down. It's a 1 against 3, and I don't think King Gambit is going to be able to win this one. In fact, it should be nearly impossible. Stockpile and Perish Song, and they forfeit, yeah. Alrighty, cool. So that's the end of day 2. Definitely a lot shakier than day 1, but I did expect that as the tournament went on. I thought it was like, yeah, like against really strong players, it's really hard to win with strategies like these, to be honest. But we're finishing top 50. It's not really, it's not the heights that I was hoping for, especially given we were 1770 something, but. I think it's still a totally acceptable, totally respectable day 2. So I'll go back for day 3, play a little bit more. I don't know if we'll play all 15 games, to be honest, but yeah. Anyway, that's it for me for today. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good morning, gamers. I don't know if I'm gonna play all my games today because I slept quite poorly last night. Though this time it was self-inflicted. I had a friend who was in the top cut of Hong Kong Nationals, and I stayed up to help him prepare. But I stayed till 4 in the morning. So and he got second. So congratulations, Ed. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna I don't know. I haven't taken a day off in like 2 months, so I think I'll just do a little bit today and do some of my other work and take a slower day. But yeah, as long as it's fun, I think I'll play a couple of games, see how it goes. I'm really quite proud of this run. And I feel like rather than aiming for a final placement with no championship points on the line, I feel like I've done what I wanted to do and show off the team. So, okay, so this is the Floette plus Basculegion team plus Kingambit. I've seen a couple of these for sure. I think I just do my main Perish mode. The thing is that like Perish really isn't very good here in all things considered. But I do still feel pressured to do it because I don't have a fairy resistance other than this, right? So at least this team doesn't have Sneasler, but they also have dual flying types with Arrow. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. I think the worst case scenario is a Gambit lead, and a best case scenario is not Gambit lead, and not Basculegion lead either. Hopefully they lead like Charizard Garchomp, which actually isn't even that good for me. Isn't that crazy? Even the good scenario is bad for me. Maybe they'll lead Aerodactyl plus Charizard. That'd be good. Okay, that's what I was worried about, to be honest. Okay. So this team, okay, here's my thought process. This team does not have a fight. It doesn't have Sneasler, it doesn't have a fighting type. So it's reasonable to expect that Kingambit has low kick here. So what I can do is fake out, Mega Evolve, and Perish Song here. So we go fourth Floette here. Okay, Floette switched to Charizard. Floette is Choice Scarf. Floette is Choice Scarf, and it goes for Psychic. It goes for Dazzling Gleam, and it's Choice Scarf. It goes for Calm Mind, and it's Choice Scarf. It tries to trick my Gengar, but it's Choice Scarf. Okay, they switch in, so I have the Perish Song active on both of these. It's probably a good start, right? I mean, it's bad, but given my lead, I need to check if the Kingambit's +1. I think I just wasn't paying attention. Floette should Mega Evolve here. Yep, okay, so there's no Charizard in the back. Or if there is, then it's not Mega Evolving. So that tells us that it's probably Basculegion and Garchomp, based on the team, right? We would expect Basculegion and Garchomp in the back. So saving Incineroar actually is pretty important, I would say, because we want the Intimidate for later. Then again, saving Sinistcha is also important. Perish Song is active. Let's pay attention to the order in which this happens. Obviously, it'll be Gengar, then Floette. The question is between Kingambit and Incin, who's faster. It can matter quite a lot. They go for Light of Ruin, but they go into Gengar. I actually think this is okay, believe it or not. Let's see if this does over 50. It did 167 down to 63. So I'll have 104 health left after. I'll have exactly, okay, if they get the exact same roll, then I would die. I'm gonna protect here, and I'm also gonna protect here. And I'm gonna hope that I live the Light of Ruin, I think, on Gengar. I didn't pay attention to the Perish counter, although it doesn't really matter on this turn, right? Light of Ruin, okay. Protect here, here. They Light of Ruin there, and they go for Kowtow Cleave, okay. My Incineroar is faster than their Kingambit. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to switch into my Sinistcha, and I'm going to, nope, that's not the right move. I'm gonna disable here. My question here is, why did Light of Ruin do so much damage to my Mega Gengar? Probably a roll in my favor. I'm gonna go for disable here, assuming they go for it again. They could also miss, right? It's totally possible that they can miss. 104, this is exactly how much it did last time. So if they Light of Ruin my Gengar, they actually protect. My God, they went for protect. Okay, that's very good. I disable here. Okay, here's the question, folks. Okay, that's really good. Because I get to KO both here. There's actually a case to be made for, I always protect Floette. Here, the question is, what do I do with Gengar? Because I could switch it out. They forfeited. Okay, they forfeited. Okay, I actually think it was maybe correct to sacrifice Gengar here, which is a little bit weird, but because Polyjuice also has Perish Song, and because we assume their last two Pokemon, like I could have gone for, nice, 1760. I climbed like 300 ranks with that. That's pretty good. Let's see how things go. Okay, this is an interesting team. It's Mega Scar. Okay, I can't. There's 3 Pokemon that are immune to ground, so I cannot in any circumstance use my Perish Trap mode here. The good news is that this is like one of the first teams in a long time that doesn't have Kingambit, so I can potentially do stuff like this. I'm saying it out loud in the hopes that I remember, not even really believing that I will. I need to remember that the Skarmory has Stalwart. So if they go with Skarmory stuff, yeah, I can't use Rage Powder against that. Not that I feel like I use Sinistcha mostly as like just a switch in and Daimon here, but give this a shot. Okay, let's see what they go for. Let's see what the items are. Like probably Choice Scarf Hydreigon, maybe no item Talonflame, Double Mega. Talonflame Float is honestly pretty good, all things considered. Maybe Taunt, which would be spooky. Should I just go for Fake Out here? I definitely Perish Song. Do I think they have Fake Out, or do I think they have Quick Guard? I think I'm okay even if they have Quick Guard. Somebody fake out. They switch Floette out. Okay, this could be a Basque Legend. Garchomp, actually. Okay, I think that's overall fine. I mean, it isn't great for sure because now I have to take a hit, which I don't particularly want to do. But trapping these two on the field is actually overall, I would say, pretty good for me. They protect Talonflame. Okay, so I get Parasong up with no cost here. Like, I mean, I let Garchomp come in, which is bad, but I mean, surely free Parasong cannot be that bad, right? Does it go for Parasong? I guess the question is, what do I do now? Right? It's Scarf Garchomp. It's Scarf Chomp. The Parasong for the Garchomp went off before the Parasong for the Talonflame. So what I can do then is protect and protect, because now I know that they will lock into Earthquake, and therefore that I'm not in that much danger. So could I switch to Sinistcha? If I switch to Sinistcha and protect on this turn, that doesn't work. I think I have to accept that Incineroar is taking damage here, which sucks, but they, by the way, because they have protect, that probably means they don't have taunt. So that's like good to keep in mind. They could have faint, but it won't KO. It won't break through Gengar's guard. Gengar. Acrobatics comes out. They're not even bothering with Tailwind here. And Earthquake comes out. Okay, cool. Incin's going to take a ton of damage, but I think that's fine, right? 2 on both. Garchomp, then Talon, then Gengar, then Incin. Just yeah, we know that it's Choice Scarf. We know they can't switch moves. I'm not that worried about the -1 on the Talonflame. I'm going to switch to Sinistcha here. I think it's okay if Incin goes down. It's obviously preferable if it doesn't. We know that Garchomp can't protect, so Parting Shot into Garchomp is the most optimal play. -1 no item Talonflame. Do you think it KOs my Incin here with Acrobatics plus Earthquake? Like, I would expect Earthquake to do like 70 to 80%. Yeah, I guess I would expect 70 to 80. Then I would expect Incin to go down. Let's see who targets Talonflame here. Acrobatics comes out into Incin. She did a lot. I might go down here. I want to say Incin survives though, but I could be wrong. The nice thing is that, wait, is that even true? That's really big. That's really big. Okay, surviving is huge there. I Parting Shot the Garchomp here. Okay, the question is, should I hard read the Tailwind? I go back to Gengar. Should I hard read the Tailwind? By the way, the reason Incin survived is because of the little bit of Machigacha healing it got that healed off the rough skin damage. Like, what am I worried about here? They're going to Tailwind and go into Basque Legion, but even with Basque Legion, like, what if it's like Choice Scarf Basque? What if it's not Choice Scarf Basque Legion and Light of Ruin gets me? You know what I mean? I have to go Gengar here, but I'm thinking about my next move. Gengar obviously comes in. Like, okay, like, I have to protect both my guys here, right? Well, I don't have to. I could go for Trick Room if I hard read the Tailwind. The problem is if they don't Tailwind. But surely they want a Tailwind here, right? Show me Tailwind, show me Tailwind, show me Tailwind, show me Tailwind. Oh wait, but they might not know that I have Protect on Sinistcha. Okay, whew, safe. Okay. Here's Earthquake. We know they have to go for Earthquake because they are Choice Scarfed. And now I got what I wanted. They got Tailwind up, which is what they wanted, but it's not good because I now reverse the dimensions, twist the dimensions. Sinistcha's still pretty healthy overall. And I get to go for Trick Room. Now Trick Room is active, which begs the question, what are they going to do here? Talonflame goes down, Garchomp goes down. We know they have Floette in the back, who is presumably the Mega Evolution, but yeah, we have 4 turns of Trick Room here. We have full HP Politoed in the back. We still have full HP Mega Gengar. Floette, and I'm thinking it's Basque Legion. Tydragon, actually, okay. Here's Mega Floette. Tailwind is up for a couple more turns. I need to stall out the rest of this game. I don't think they're gonna have the damage to break through Politoed. That's my current impression. They go Protect with Sinistcha. This is not guaranteed because I protected on this turn. If I'd been able to make it through without protecting, then I would win for sure. But the problem is that I did protect. Oh, you know what? I had guaranteed win. I missed it. I should have Rage Powdered this turn. Oh no, I actually made the correct play. Okay, cool. That's good, I guess. I'm probably dead now though on Gengar. Oh, okay, I win. I win. No, wait, do I win? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't know the answer. Okay, Gengar protects, and let's say I sacrifice Incin on this turn. Protect and do what? Oh, they forfeited. Okay, I do guaranteed win because they forfeit. I think surely this was a guaranteed win. I just don't know what it was. Protect and do whatever. Attack, protect. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. It was basically just, yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's pretty good. Breaking 1800. This is honestly, I'm very happy with this. 1800 is enough to win sometimes, or like probably a little bit higher, like 1805 I think, or 18, no more than 1810 is enough to win in some of these tournaments. I won't be winning in this one. We've seen on the ladder that people are really high up, but I'm super happy with this. I honestly might stop here, to be honest. I think this is like a really good place to park. Over 1800, almost top 10. Yeah, I think I'm really happy with how this has gone, especially given that I think some of the matchups are harder than others. So double goes double flying. Encore disable potentially on the Sableye. Charizard, Aerodactyl, my loaded Kingambit. So It doesn't look like this is a team where I'm going to very easily be able to do what I want to do, right? Like there's a case to be made for Perish Trap here because I could do these two up front with Politoed and Instant in the back and try and go for like basically if they go with Gengar, go for Rage Powder. And the other option is to go with the Oko strategy, which is way better against, oh, they have King Gambit as well. Like they could lead King Gambit, right? This is really tough. Sableye could have Encore, and if Sableye has Encore, there's not really a good way for me to get through it, right? If I lead these two and they lead with King Gambit, aren't I just screwed? So I guess I do Snorlax stuff. But do I lead with Snorlax or do I bring it in the back? I think I should have done Perish stuff. It's tough because like the Charizard, yeah, it's tough because of the Gambit. Charizard, Sableye, okay. Honestly, it's not the end of the world with this. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bit risky here. I'm gonna entrainment and switch. I'm just gonna accept that I'm taking a hit. I think Hawlucha should take a Weather Ball, surely. I take Blizzard. Roll if they're modest max. They'd have to go for Quash here, or Fake Out, I guess. I guess they could have Fake Out. I just feel like a lot of Sableye have dropped it. I didn't want to protect here because I didn't want to get Encore. Like, surely the Sableye has Encore, right? Because the Gengar probably has Disable. We just don't want to see Fake Out here. Fake Out would be really bad. That's totally fine. Oh my god, that's so okay. Okay. Will-O-Wisp on the Hawlucha, so my damage output is, in theory, cut. But the good thing is that I get the entrainment off for sure here. Is good. Really good. Okay, I might lose I think Hawlucha should survive the turn, to be honest. I think they're going for Heat Wave, which was guaranteed to hit both. Heat Wave hits both. That's fine. There's a lot of damage though. The burn is great. Now I just start fissuring stuff. I'm a little worried about like second Heat Wave here, or second Sunny Day here, sorry. But that means also if they Sunny Day, that means no. If they Sunny Day, that means there's no Will-O-Wisp, so I'll get some more healing, and I should still get the Sableye. I hope it's not Sash Sableye. That would be a bit difficult for me. Encore, okay, it fails. Charizard goes for a Weather Ball. Ooh, that's gonna do a lot. That's gonna do a lot. Sorry, Charizard. Or sorry, Snorlax. Oh my god, that did a lot. It did way more than I thought. Okay, Fissure. Hopefully it's not Sash on the Sableye. That would be really bad. It's Aerodactyl on the team, though. Okay. Wait, is Aerodactyl on the team? It is, yeah. We get rid of the Sableye, which is good. But my Snorlax doesn't have a stockpile up. So I got rid of the Sableye, but I got burned. I got No Guard up. I have Rain active. It's like, it's not terrible, of course, but it's not as, like, my Snorlax has taken a lot of damage. King Gambit comes in, okay. So, now what? I mean, honestly, I'd like to switch to Sinistra here. I think they're not going for Kowtow Cleave into the slot. I'm willing to make that call. Although they could, right? I mean, surely okay, they switch. It's Arrow is the last. Okay, cool. It's not Mega Arrow. They go for a Nerve. They have a Nerve, sorry. So I have no berries. It's not looking as good as you would think based on how it looks. That's what I'm gonna say about it. This is probably where the Sash is. I drink the Matcha. I protect Snorlax. They don't break King Gambit. We want to see Low Kick here. Anything other than Low Kick is a problem. Okay, that's good. I have Rage Powder active now. What I'm worried about is Rage Powder dual Wing Beat. You know, this is probably Wide Guard, right? It's probably Wide Guard. I'm gonna Matcha Gotcha, which is gives me a chance to break the Sash. They protect. Okay, so I hedged. See if they go for a dual Wing Beat. They have it. It doesn't do that much. Hang on, I have. Okay, if I hit this Matcha Gotcha, then I'm okay, right? Because I need to have over 100 health left. I did exactly 100 damage. Please hit Matcha Gotcha. Please, 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 please. Okay, great. I break the Focus Sash. I could get a burn here. Surely I heal 20 something from that. It's enough. Okay, burn. I burn. Okay, burn fails. Getting kind of dicey here, right? Getting kind of dicing. I'm gonna Rage Powder now. And Fissure. And I'm gonna say I hope that they go for dual Wing Beat, hoping it gets the KO. But at least then I get to finish it out, right? I can also go for a stockpile if Charizard comes in here. Okay. Just we need either Rock Slide to not flinch or dual Wing Beat to not crit. They go for dual Wing Beat, they connect. 107, they just need to not crit this one. I survive. Okay. What do they go for? See here. Low Kick, it doesn't work. Okay, Snorlax heals. And Fissure comes out, and this should KO the Gambit here. Now the question is, how do I always win this? Because I do still have this Aerodactyl to worry about, right? Like I could switch into Politoed, but I'll probably take some big damage on this turn. Like keep in mind I have no Citrus Berry, right? So is it better to sacrifice Sinistra here? Like one turn of not flinching wins me the game. I think it's better to sacrifice Sinistra, to be honest, Trick Room and Protect. But switching Sinistra, oh, you know what I could do is I could actually sack Hawlucha. That's probably the correct play. Switching, because Hawlucha has less utility. Hawlucha has no utility, it's burned and dead. Okay, let's sack Hawlucha instead. That's a better play. I'm glad I thought about it. I was definitely about to sacrifice Sinistcha. Sinistcha still has utility left, not only because of Rage Powder, but also because of Hospitality. We're sacking Hawlucha here. This should be Rock Slide plus an attack, is my guess. Alex protects. My hope is that even if Politoed never gets an attack off, perfect, just can't miss. My hope is that even if Politoed never gets an attack off, I can stockpile up with Snorlax and heal with Snorlax, and maybe be able to body press my way through eventually. We have to go with Charizard here. Weather Ball. So we've seen Weather Ball, we've seen Heat Wave, we have not seen Protect. I'm worried about Air Slash, right? That's the fear right now. I'm one Parasong away from winning this game. How much does Snorlax body press do to Aerodactyl? Some chance to hit KO. I think I'm better off Parasonging and stockpiling. I go to +2 and then I try and get the arrow. Politoed's the bigger threat here, for sure. Also, Politoed doesn't have no guard, so if they miss Rock Slide, they hit Rock Slide, it's fine as long as they don't flinch me. It actually does a lot, like almost 25%. They have Weather Ball, it's into Snorlax, okay. There's a lot, 151 into 45. Okay, okay. So you might think that I'm freaking out. Like, yeah, like of course he's gonna win. He has Politoed versus 2 Pokemon that it beats. But the thing is that right before my first game of the day, I accidentally won the ladder. Patreon viewers have already seen this. But I accidentally won the ladder and I had almost this exact same position. I had like Snorlax, it was like lowish HP, and they had Aerodactyl and Mega Charizard. I had Politoed in the back. I think it had taken like 1 Rock Slide maybe. Maybe not even. And then I switched and I took a Rock Slide. I brought it in, I took a Rock Slide, I flinched, and then because of a nerve, I didn't have the healing, and then yeah, eventually I just lost. So they forfeit. I got lucky Politoed didn't flinch. Like I had a couple chances at it, but I am glad that I didn't need all of them. That's what I will say. Yeah, cool. And I think with that, we're top. That's pretty good. That's really good. I'm very, very happy with that. Let's see. I don't know if we're ever catching the people in first and second right now, but I'm still, yeah, top 3 is really, really incredible. Yeah, we're just barely above this person by like 0.05. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. I think this team has performed super, super well. And yeah, 3rd overall. This is one of my highest scores in any one of these grand challenges ever. It could be the highest, so I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. Feels really good. Okay, folks, it has been several hours since I last played, probably 2.5 if I had to guess. Let's see where we are now in the standings, because like, yeah, other people have been playing. Well, that's not good. We are currently 4th, so we got passed by 1 person. Okay, but 1st and 2nd are still 21 points away. In a best case scenario, that's 2 wins. I think let's play 1, see how it goes. Let's see what we're up against here. Okay, it's a sand team with Corviknight and a Mousehold. So I think this is, oh, they also have Rotom Heat though. Good news and bad news. The good news is I can Perish Trap everything here. The bad news is that they have 2 Pokemon immune to ground, and my recovery might get totally boomed because I could get Will-O-Wisp and Knockoff. I think let's try for this is my instinct. Let's try for this. Perish might be better here. Perish may be better. Like they don't have a single ghost type. Surely that's worth something, right? But Snorlax is funnier. Okay, I need Politoed here? Yeah, I need oh, that's not right. I need Politoed here because I always need Politoed because the only way that I beat Corviknight is with Perish Song, right? It's literally the only way. Yeah, it is gonna be tricky because my recovery is so limited here. Worth noting, I do have the ability to, oh, they're really high ranked. Okay. All right, let's give it a shot here. I think Perish is probably better. Yeah, I was worried about this. Perish is probably better here. Let's see, are they Trace Gardevoir or are they Telepathy? Let's go for Protect here, and let's Parting Shot the Gardevoir. Should we Fake Out and Stockpile is okay. What I'm worried about with Fake Out and Stockpile is like, I'm worried about getting tricked, to be honest. Is there anything else in this team that could be Scarf? There isn't, right? I'm gonna Protect and Parting Shot. It's a little bit unintuitive because I'm not really under that much pressure here, but I think it's the correct play. Okay, they give up the thingy. See if they go for the Rotom here. Just without information, it's, oh, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. I should have gone Fake Out Stockpile. Okay, let's see what they're going for with Rotom, because I don't have any recovery is the problem. Volt Switch. Okay, you know what? That's okay. They're not burning me. They're not tricking me. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. A Parting Shot. Yeah, okay. It's okay. They are probably Scarf, though. That is good to know. We're going to go for Stockpile here for sure. And Parting Shot into the Gardevoir. The Volt Switch doesn't do that much. Snorlax is very bulky. The problem is that my recovery is so limited. You know what I mean? I need to get 2 KOs here. 2 KOs and I can win the game. T-Tar comes in. Okay. Hyper Voice. Ugh. A lot of damage, half my health gone just like that. This Parting Shot, okay. The question is, how am I gonna win this? Because I've taken a lot of damage and I don't have Sinistcha, so I don't have any healing. I can go into Politoed here to get some leftovers, but I actually don't think that helps me all that much. So I go Hawlucha here. I go Hawlucha and I try and do, I think I try and do something cheeky. Go for Stockpile. Took a lot on Ensign. Lucha's hit by the sand. Ardover's buffeted by the sandstorm. Snorlax. Okay. Surely now they're afraid of close combat, right? Surely they don't want to eat close combat here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for Fissure into the Gardevoir Mega. And I'm actually going to entrainment the Gardevoir Mega here. This way, even if they switch to like Rotom Heat, they switch T-Tar out. That's excellent as long as they don't protect. In comes Corviknight. Okay. So that's not ideal, but it's also not so bad. Let's see if they protect here. Surely they want to attack, right? Surely they want to go for Hyper Voice. Okay. Let's see if they go for Hyper Voice. They are -1, so they're not doing that much damage anymore, and they now no longer have Pixelate. Hold this for me. The Hyper Voice, amazing. This isn't gonna do very much. 131 into 108 is basically nothing. Here's Fissure. Okay. Problem is I haven't taken the second KO yet, which is really what I need. Yeah, the second KO is where then I can go with Perish Song. But yeah, we do get rid of the Mega, which is good. The problem is if I had Sinistcha in the back, like if I had Sinistcha over Instant in this specific spot, I'd feel pretty good, but I don't. I don't even a little bit. If they go T-Tar, I feel like I go Politoed here, actually. It's Rotom though, okay. It's Rotom Heat. Let's assume there's Scarf. Hawlucha, max damage from max special attack, modest Electro, but they're probably timid, right? Because they want to outspeed Basket Legion. So I should live a Volt Switch here. I think I go for Fissure here and entrainment. I just say, God, I hope this works. Okay, they might not be Scarf, which is really bad for me because if they Volt Switch here, that means that they will actually switch out. Overheat. Oh, okay. As long as I live, as long as my Snorlax makes it through the turn, I'm gonna get the KO on Rotom. Yeah, on Rotom here. The Iron Defense, okay, so it's not over yet. They can now body press me, which is not good for me. Here's Fissure, and I connect on Rotom. Fissure with a 1 KO on Rotom Heat. Probably not something you've seen before, unless I already did it this stream and I forgot. Okay, and by stream, I mean I'm not even live. Okay, so now I have the Pokemon advantage. The question is, how do I convert it into a win? Okay, how do I win this? I need to get a Perish Song off, right? If I get Perish Song off, then I can win the game. I'm gonna body press into the T-Tar. And I'm going to switch to Politoed here because I think that Politoed is under less threat. I don't think they're going to body press Hawlucha, right? Seems unlikely. The next turn, maybe bring an Instant. If I guess it just depends on what happens this turn. I'd like to see a defensive play from them. Here's Rain, so I get, okay, Protect is awesome. That's perfect. I don't actually get anything set up here, but that's okay. They body press my Lax. Do I survive? I do not. Okay. Because they crit me. I think that crit mattered a lot because I was +1 defense. Okay, so now folks, we got a ball game, right? I don't think I'm fainting to Rock Slide, right? There's no way I faint to Rock Slide. Are they waiter? That's fine. I don't care about me. Okay, I don't faint to Rock Slide. There's simply no way. So I fake out the Corviknight and I go for Perish Song. The issue is what happens if the Tyranitar is faster than me and they get a Rock Slide flinch or a crit on Incineroar. Here's Fake Out. Let's see what happens next. Let's see the speed order here. Next to move is Politoed. This is probably good, but could be really bad because as long as Incineroar makes it through the turn, Corviknight's faster than Tyranitar, and Tyranitar goes for knockoff. That's good. That's game. Okay, great. Politoed loses Citrus, but with the Perish counter active, you discover leftovers. The Perish counter active here should be nearly impossible for them. Genuinely impossible. It's Politoed, Corviknight, T-Tar, Insane. Okay, cool. Because all my Pokemon have Protect, so this is a 1 game state. So let's Protect here. Scary game. Scary game. Yeah, using entrainment on their Pokemon to overwrite their abilities is not super intuitive. But in the end, it ended up being like a huge difference maker here. Being able to one-shot the Rotom. I'm also lucky they didn't go for Volt Switch, but I understand why they didn't do it. Body Press comes out. It's Insane. They Rock Slide. It doesn't really matter which Pokemon I save, but just since we've been doing it for so long together, I typically save Politoed. Parting Shot and switch to Hawlucha here. I don't think I'm going to be allowed to make this move. Like, I think I'm going to lose both here, but then Politoed will survive, and I'll be able to protect and win the game. Oh boy, that was spooky. Yeah, that was really, really spooky. Rotom Heat, surprisingly pretty terrifying. Hawlucha comes in. Here's Body Press into Hawlucha, actually. So Hawlucha goes down, which is okay. Hawlucha did more than enough this game. See if they go for Rock Slide here. Oh, are we speed tying? I could have sworn that they were faster than me. Anyway, they're -2 now. So Politoed comes back in. Low kick, okay. Last turn of Perish. And that's gonna be it, I think. Yeah. Corviknight is so scary, and it's so satisfying to be able to just Perish Song it and let it go down on its own. It's like one of my favorite things. Okay. Insane is back in. I get intimidated myself again because of my own. I get mirror armored. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. My attack go down. Bye. That's a forfeit. Cool. Okay, GG. Yeah, that was a super spooky one. I think with that, we should be within 1 win of first, which is a crazy statement. 8 win streak is also a lot better than I thought I was doing. And yeah, we passed the person who was in third. So just to recap, I will take a break now before playing another one for sure. Just to recap, the ladder situation is that I'm in third. I'm right here, right above this M-War profile picture. And I'm 9 points behind these two. You always get, I think, unless the matchmaking really messes up, you should always get at least 10 points. So a win would put me above. I'm 1 win away from first place. There are 6.5 hours left in the tournament, which is stressful. I have 8 total games that I could play, and 1 more win will put me in first place for now. There's still almost a little over 6 hours left in the tournament. I bet it's Floette, Basculesian, Kingambit, Sneasler, Floette, Charizard, Garchomp, Instant. Okay, so this is Calm Mind Floette stuff, almost assuredly. The good news is there's no cringe Gambit, so I can do Gengar stuff with Politoed and Sinistcha. This is, yeah, almost assuredly some kind of Calm Mind Floette. Corviknight, honestly, this looks like a pretty favorable... Like, okay, it's a good matchup, but it's also not so easy, right? Because they have Parting Shot Instant, they have Sinistcha, and Floette can do a ridiculous amount of damage, and if they get caught in the sun with my pants down, that's pretty bad. And Garchomp hits a bunch of my guys for super effective. So yeah, I think I'd rather see this than like a lot of the Kingambit Basculesian stuff. Oh, okay, I'm nervous. Charizard Instant is a pretty favorable lead for me, I think. I guess this means, okay, I locked the Charizard on the field, which is good. The question is, how do I get around this next part? Okay. I could have protected both here. That was maybe better here. My play is a little bit ambitious. Okay, I have -1 on their Instant here. Because now the thing is that they are trapped in the field. So I protect Gengar. I should have protected both rather than take free damage on Instant. Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay. Are they going for Throat Chop? They just tried to... Oh my god, okay. Okay, so I get the drops on Charizard. That could not have been a better turn 1. They double into Gengar thinking I was going to fake out 1 and Perish Song, but instead I get to go for Parting Shot. I end up making kind of the perfect play here. I trap them on the field. Charizard is now -1 special attack in the rain. I can KO with Shadow Ball plus Weather Ball, but I think that I actually want to go for Encore and disable into the Incineroar here. If I'm faster with Politoed, which feels decently likely, there isn't that much incentive for Incineroar to be super fast in this team, and Politoed's naturally 10 points faster. Let's see here. Charizard could protect itself because the obvious thing to do here is to double the Charizard. Although honestly, maybe the obvious thing to do here is double the Incineroar who can't switch. They protect. If my Politoed outspeeds Incineroar, I will disable Darkest Lariat and then Encore into Darkest Lariat. This is not guaranteed. They could go for something like Parting Shot here, which would make things a lot harder, but only if they're faster. Darkest Lariat is disabled. Encore, Politoed's the next to move. Incineroar is now forced to struggle for the next 2 turns and cannot switch out. Okay, so what do we do here? I can clear Charizard on this turn with Weather Ball plus Shadow Ball. They forfeited before either of us did a single point of damage. With that, I think I'm going to be first in the tournament. 6 games still to be played, 6 hours left in the tournament. I'm in first. Oh my god. I'm in first with 1 hit KO Perish, which is also 1 hit KO but slower. My god. Okay, well, there are still 6 hours left in the tournament. So I guess for now, well, first of all, let's pull up the ranking screen. It won't be updated right away, but I still would like to see it. I'm in first by 4 points. My god. I kind of can't believe that, to be honest. But anyway, there's still some time left in the tournament. Let's see what these players do. They may be in Japan, in which case it's currently like 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning for them, depending on how it works. Regardless, this is I mean, I feel tremendously accomplished. Yeah, there's 300,000 people in this tournament, so to be holding first on the final day with, I think this has got to be maybe the highest I've ever gotten in one of these challenges, feels phenomenal. But the tournament's not over yet. We still have some ways to go. So yeah, we will have to see how things shake out in the end. But yeah, no, I feel really, really good about that. That's just incredible. Okay, we are now officially 6 hours from the end of the tournament. So let's see where we are in the ladder. It's been about 20 minutes since my last game. I am currently still first, and it's updated now. Okay, cool. So that's me. Currently first. 6 hours to go. We'll check back in maybe every 30 minutes, maybe every hour, depends on what I'm doing. Okay, folks, it is now 5 hours and 9 minutes until the end of the tournament. So we're checking back in. I have been that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's check Global Challenge 2026. Have we been past What? Well, I don't know if we're winning this one. My God. We got passed by 3 people in an hour. Holy guacamole. Well, that can't be good. I mean, I guess I gotta play. Oh my God, what on earth? There's no way I can catch up. There's simply no way. I got giga passed. I got super passed. Oh my God. Okay, we'll do our best. These people are killers out here. My God. Female Basque Legion. This looks like a team where they want to set up flow, like where they want to build around Floette, right? I think 1, 2, 3 for sure here. Dragonite's a problem. I can't do this because if I do this, I never ever beat Dragonite. I have Pasho Berry, so I actually can fight versus Basque Legion. Yeah, I think this is a Perish Trap mode. Generally, the rules versus Floette, you need Perish Trap, and also generally the rules versus Dragonite, you need Perish Trap. And even though this is probably not Mega Dragonite, still worth noting. So I guess we'll give this a shot. Mousel Floette is overall positive for me, right? I'm just gonna fake out the Floette and Mega Evolve and Perish Song. The thing is that this is a very obvious move. They stayed in, okay. Mousel gets faint. Do I need to watch out for that? Like, what are they doing? Are they going for Super Fang? They do Mega Evolve, okay. Okay, so the question is, what are they doing this turn, right? Oh boy. My Gengar feels like it's really well positioned here. If Fairy Aura active. There's no Protect, which makes sense. I'm not really threatening anything here. I mean, I am technically threatening Sludge Bomb, but I guess Mousel could use like U-turn. I'm just not really sure what's going on here. Is that fair to say? I don't know what's happening. Super Fang? Super Fang into my Incin. That's probably not good for me. That can't be good. And they are faster here. So Protect, switch plus whatever. Protect, I guess. I think they're probably gonna set up, but there's no guarantee. They might go for Calm Mind here. I don't know if they have it or not. So what they do here. I was afraid of that. Nice play. That's not good. Okay, well, now what? Okay, so that's not good. Not even a little bit. The thing is, I knew they could have had feint. So now I think I am actually losing for real. So now what? Losing into there is pretty bad. I haven't lost, but I do need to find a way through this somehow. Are they going for Feint here? Or are they gonna go for Super Fang? I definitely go for Disable here with my Politoed. The question is, do I go for Encore? They're playing well. They've made the optimal move every single turn so far. I should have switched Gengar out and gone for Parting Shot one turn earlier. Okay. Encore or Disable? Encore or Disable? Encore or Protect? This isn't a great move. I needed to Encore the Mouse Hold. Okay. They're going for Super Fang here. Is okay, I guess. Miss Super Fang? They hit Super Fang? I think this activates Citrus. They've made the perfect play every single turn. I live this. I lost. They played really well, honestly. Yeah, that really sucks. But yeah, they played perfectly. And now I just have lost, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, well, that's okay. Yeah, they played really well. I think it was honestly a good matchup, but yeah, Super Fang was just doing too much work. Yeah, that's okay. They played really well, and I just wasn't prepared. So I think that probably, let's think this through. So I'm gonna lose about 20 points for this. Pain Mouse will really good into Perish Trap. How many points did I just lose? Like 20, okay. So let's say I get 13 points per win. I could still do it, right? I can climb, I could in theory make it all the way to 1900. I guess I mean, I may as well go for it, right? I don't even feel like I was like not like playing poorly there. I think I probably could have done things slightly better, but honestly against that Mousehold set, I think I was kind of in trouble. This is a known team, but the problem is I known that it beats me. So I think the problem here is that Como may have soundproof. And in fact, it almost certainly has soundproof in this metagame. So honestly, if they build a team around Como, it's better for me. Like if they try and play around Como, it's definitely better for me than if they do something else. So I think I do these 3 for sure. Last Pokemon is either Incin or Politoed. Incin's okay here. I think I do Politoed though. I think I need more for the Como. Yeah, I should play as if it's soundproof Como. It could be Iron Defense Como as well on this team now that I look at it, right? Because it's not guaranteed that, they don't have Sinister or anything, right? I might get burned on my Snorlax, which would really suck. If I clear Como and I get 2 KOs, then I can win with Fissure, or with Perish Song, sorry. Okay, Sneasler plus this thing. That can't be good. Can I go for Stockpile here? Plus, can I go for Brave Bird? Is this allowed? Like, does the Sneasler, do they want to Mega Evolve and Rage Powder here? Let's see. This is not a super good play, but I do think it's not terrible either. I will not KO Scovillain. That thing is so tanky. There's Mega Scovillain. Okay, great. Good, not great. Are they leech seeding me? They leech seed Snorlax. That's okay, honestly, because I can heal off, right? I can totally heal from this. And I don't need to win the game with Snorlax. I just need to take 2 KOs. I'm gonna go for Fissure into I'd rather get rid of the Hawlucha, right? But I think this thing is more immediately threatening. So I'm gonna entrainment myself and Fissure. They Rage Powder. Okay, this is actually okay because I won't get burnt on this turn, which is really good. Although it does mean that... So I don't get burned, which is good, but it also means that I will take a close combat on this turn. So if I get crit, I'm dead for sure. I'm +1 defense. It's fine. Honestly, it's okay, right? Let's see. They're going to activate White Herb here. Okay, cool. So I know that I can Brave Bird them. The reason why I think this is okay is because, like, again, I can win this game with Politoed. Here's Fissure. So overall, I would think this is a pretty good start. We don't get burned. We get a little leftovers recovery. I don't have the ability on my Snorlax right now, though, is the thing. So I guess we have to see what they go into here. Oh, okay. So the problem with this is that I'm going to try and clear the Sneasler, I think. I think I want to clear Sneasler, because if I get one more KO, I have a decent chance to win, I think. Although the problem is, well, there's actually a lot of problems. We go back to full, which is good. Let's see if this is close combat. They protect Como. Oh, that's very good for me. That's really, really good for me. Okay. They're going to go for close combat here. Okay, really good switch. Yeah, we give up Snorlax's defense boost, but in exchange, we actually get the KO on Sneasler, which is really important. Okay, Sneasler goes down. So now there's only 2 Pokemon left. So we haven't won this yet. We've not won this yet. Here's the problem. This has got to be Basculegion, right? Oh, it's Cringe Gambit. Oh. In that case, okay, surely this puts it into range of whatever it's called, right? Even if it's bulky. Yeah, I'm Brave Birding it. Yeah, they just protected. I'm Brave Birding and I'm protecting because I can't Parasong this thing, but as long as it doesn't go for the Omni boost with Clangorous Soul or whatever. Here's Brave Bird. Hawlucha actually working as an attacker this game. Como should survive this. No, it actually goes down. It's not super bulky. Or I got a crit. Okay, yeah, it's just not super bulky. Hawlucha goes down, and let's see if we make it through the turn. They go for Kowtow Cleave. It doesn't work. And actually, now I have a guaranteed win because I can go for Rage Powder in close combat. And they forfeit. Okay, cool. Nice. That was a good win. I think we made some good plays there. Yeah, the first turn I think was really scary, but I think we identified correctly that they wanted to go for a fake out with Sneasler. Okay. So we're a little bit below where we were before. I actually feel like I'm pretty dialed in. I have 5 games left. But if I lose one more, I'm done for sure. I'll finish above 1800. I'll be done for sure. Okay. Sharpedo, Floette, Aerodactyl. This doesn't look good to me. I mean, I can try Perish again, but it's just not working versus Floette. But also, Floette plus Sneasler, I cannot bring I'm not allowed to bring my Oko mode. I tried it a ton in practice. I tried to make it work. It just does not work. I gotta be really careful about our Caledon. Although I guess in this team, it's unlikely to be. Okay, this could be something weird like Rain Dance Sharpedo. I know that sounds out there, but I'm just thinking that there's actually a lot of Pokemon on this team that benefit from Rain Dance. Sharpedo Aerodactyl. Okay, that's not really what I expected, but I'm pretty glad to get the Intimidate down right away. Unnerve, that makes sense. Intimidate, that also makes sense. I'm just gonna go for Parasong here. And I think I'm supposed to fake out the Sharpedo, right? Surely? I don't want to get flinched, though. That'd be bad. But I also don't want to get crunched. I mean, I can get flinched or I can get crit. At this point, I just have to hope that something goes my way. If they stay in and let me get the Parasong off, it's, like, certainly not bad. They switch Aerodactyl out, so this is probably Basculegion. It is Basculegion, okay. Let's see if they Mega Evolve the Sharpedo. I guess there's no reason for them to Mega Evolve in the first turn, to be fair. They protect Sharpedo, okay. Here's Parasong. So I get the Parasong up, but it's not enough on its own. They really want to lock into a water move here is my instinct. They are Scarf Basculegion. So whatever move they use here, they are forced to use again. I was paying attention that time. Okay, it is Mega Sharpedo. That could be bad. That could certainly be bad. I don't even think this flow really makes sense. They're -1. I don't think that -1 Sharpedo kills my Gengar. I could be wrong about that, though. They're +1 speed. Let's see what they go for here. This is what I expected. It's the other move that I'm curious about. I should run the damage calc. I'm honestly shocked by that. They're -1. Oh, man. If I had... Okay, I had it. And I messed it up. Okay, it actually always kills. Wait, no. Oh, this is Sinisha I'm calcing against. Oh, it's a lot. Oh, it's just really strong. I had no idea. Okay, my bad. That's not what I expected. Okay. Is it possible to still win? I feel like the answer should be no here, right? Okay, is it possible? Like, I know it looks pretty bad, but is it even remotely possible? I'm gonna lose my berry here. I'm gonna eat crunch most likely. Here's crunch. Okay. Flip turn, eat the berry. I could just protect, switch, whatever. Just parting shot. Yeah, I got too cute. I'm definitely fatigued. Okay, who's coming in here? I can't trap them anymore, but I could still win. It's not impossible. Maybe I should have parting shotted the other Mon. Aerodactyl comes in. All right, cool. Here's parting shot into arrow. That's good for me. What else is on this team? Archaludon, Floette, and Sneasler. I'm just not sure I'm gonna have the damage, to be honest. Perish counter on 1 on Sharpedo. Do I think they're gonna switch or do I think they're gonna stay in? I think I have to hope that they switch here. They go Trick Room plus Weather Ball. We know it's Scarf on the Basculesian. I think they might stay in. Yeah, okay, they switched. I hope this isn't an Arch. You know, like, it's actually possible. If I don't flinch on either Mon, I have a chance. I have an actual, real, honest to goodness chance here. That's good, okay, that's half of them. Because both Pokemon in the back don't really like Machagotcha from Sinistcha, right? Here's Sash. Please don't flinch, please don't flinch, please don't flinch. I have a real chance. Like, I actually have a chance. There's no reason on the team the Aerodactyl should have Wide Guard. I mean, I need to get a little bit... I need to be a little optimistic here, I think. I need to go for Machagotcha and Weather Ball, but they can't switch here. I can burn the Sneasler. I can Weather Ball the Sneasler. It actually isn't over. They protect the Sneasler. They're protecting both. Just all the Trick Room out. I can Encore that. If they... Oh, I can Encore that. Okay, let's see if they hit Machagotcha. Okay, good. That's 1 down. I guess my question is, how much do I do to Sharpedo with Machagotcha? 78% to no bulk, and it's unlikely they bulk. Weather Ball should be doing 37. That's way over kill. Here's Weather Ball. Anyway, here's Weather Ball. I think my Sinistcha might sweep this double water team. They got rid of the Gengar, but they didn't get rid of all of my threats because I still have the little teacup. We know the Basculesian is Scarf. Yeah, they're in an awkward spot here. They can't switch out. They can't really switch out either Pokemon, to be honest. Basculesian is the switch. How much does this take? Surely it's not bulkier than... Oh, it is bulkier. Okay, I'm gonna go for Machagotcha here. Machagotcha only does about 50% of this thing, so I can't actually burst it down, but what I can do is Encore the Sneasler here to protect, so I don't take any damage. And if I hit the Machagotcha, here's Machagotcha, I hit both, amazing. If I get the burn on either, that's great. I do over half to Basculesian. That was a high roll, I think. This thing is like 0 bulk. It shouldn't ever be able to do 62. Oh, 52. I can do that much. Do I burn either? Burn, 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 burn. Madge. Okay, you're locked into this. What are you doing with this thing? Last Respects, I assume? Respect fails. Last Respects comes out. Need the berry though, so I survive. Don't even take that much. Okay, how many Trick Room are left? There should be 2 left, right? I have a 90% chance to win this game. Like, really, truly, actually, seriously. I have a 90% chance to win this game. Because if I hit the Machagotcha, Basculesian will go down and I can Parasong to win. They protect, okay. Sinistcha, will you reverse sweep this team? Machagotcha is blocked by Sneasler. Does it connect on Basculesian? If it does, I think we will win. It connects. Sinistcha clutches up here, hits the Basculesian, knocks it out. It isn't guaranteed to be over yet, but with 1 turn left of Trick Room and them only having 2 Pokemon left in the field in the game, it should be somewhat difficult, I think. Rain ends. That's actually, I think, good for me because I don't want Rain anymore. I don't want to boost Sharpedo against my Incineroar, although I kind of feel like it'll kill me after what I've seen so far. Here it comes. Okay. Here's Incin. We're going to go for Parasong. We really want to see Protect from Sharpedo here. Protect from Sharpedo would be just incredible. However, they could make the read here. They could go for a water move, in which case the game becomes a lot messier. I still am in good shape to win, even if they get the read here. Sneaser's Protect. We haven't seen any other moves because I encored it. It could have Feint, but it probably has Protect, Close Combat, Dire Claw, and 1 more, so I'd expect it to have Fake Out. Here's Intimidate. Does Sharpedo Protect? White Herb activates, so we want to see Sharpedo move next. No, it doesn't protect here. It makes the call. Here's Parasong, but does Sharpedo predict the Incineroar coming in? Parasong goes up. 3 turns left until this battle is over at most. We go for Crunch. That's not enough. It's not the right move. Fails to do anything to Incin. Sneaser's finally able to attack again, but is it too little too late? Incineroar, Polysort are affected by Parasong. Sharpedo's also affected by Parasong. Sneaser's also affected by Parasong, but we still have Sinistcha waiting in the wings. And remember, 3 Pokemon left. Both can protect here. Unless they have a move that breaks Protect like Feint. I think this game will be ours, but it isn't over just yet. There's Protect on Politoed. Let's see if they go for Feint with Sneasler. Protect on Ensign. Sneasler goes for Close Combat. That's not the right move here. Into Ensign. They crunch into my Politoed. Just in case they have Feint, I think the best thing I can do here is to not switch out either of my Pokemon. Uh-oh. No. Please don't disconnect. Please. No. Not after I lost Gengar and brought it back. There's no way. I mean, I'm okay. I'm almost out of time, but that's okay. Like I said, I can just sacrifice both my Pokemon here. I go for Parting Shot here. I go for Encore here. It's totally fine since they can't feint it. Okay, Close Combat comes out. They actually hit into Politoed here. I survive, although it does a billion damage. Oh, I have Citrus still. Yippee! I'm probably dead to a crunch though after seeing it. Okay, they made a hard read here. They actually, yeah, they called the switch out. It probably doesn't matter, to be honest. My thought process is basically like, if they have Feint and they like, and I lose both Pokemon this turn, for example, if I were to switch Instant out to Sinisha and I in Close Combat crit and crunch KO'd, then I could have lost, right? But as long as I've Sinished in the back, they can't Feint to break through Protect, so I would always win. And they forfeit. Okay, well, that didn't go the way I expected it to go at all. I did not think we were turning that one around if we lost Gengar. But technically, we're still in it, but I don't really have high hopes. Okay, 1839. Yeah, what the heck? We'll keep going. Okay. Ariados. Hello. Ariados Charizard stuff. I would like to go for one-hit KO stuff, but I don't think I'm supposed to here. What does Ariados do? It has Toxic Thread. What does it do now? They buffed it, right? Is it 2 stages of speed drop now? I'll do this, I think. Seems reasonable. Only one ghost type. Sylveon's pretty spooky, but we'll do what we can against it. Sylveon Basculegion is the lead. All right. Well, it's very spooky. Okay. So I think we just want to go for Shadow Ball here and fake out into the Sylveon. We want to know if this thing is Scarf. We want to know if it's Sash. We need to get damage on it regardless. They're -1 right now. So my thought process is basically if they're Scarf, they'll go for Wave Crash and that'll be good for us. If they're Sash, then they won't be doing that much damage with Liquidation. Gengar's Gengarite. Sylveon could have Yawn, which would also be pretty threatening to me. Although honestly not that bad, all things considered. I don't need Gengar to win this game. It just is nice to have. Okay, there's no Protect. Here's fake out into Sylveon. 12%, you never know when that'll matter. They are not Scarf. So I'm not going to get the KO here, because even if they're Citrus, I won't get it. Yeah. It's either Citrus or if they're Sash. Special Defense falls. We go for Liquidation. I just don't feel like that's that threatening into me. Okay. It doesn't do that much, all things considered. I'm going to go Protect on Gengar here and Parting Shot the Sylveon, I think. Because I have Pasho Berry, I can afford to do this, right? They switch Basculegion out. Is this Charizard? It's Garchomp, actually. Okay. Well, that's spooky. See what they go for with Sylveon here. Could be Protect. Hyper Beam. That's not good. There's Parting Shot. Does my Gengar go down to an Earthquake here? What do you think? Who would think it? For -1, I'm definitely going to Sinisha here. They don't have what's it called in this team, right? I'm gonna bring Charizard or Incineroar. I'm gonna have to take a ground move, which sucks, but I think take ground move, go for Machagacha, fish for a burn. Totally acceptable here. Let's see if they're White Herb as well, because there's no Sneasler on this team, so this could be White Herb. Okay, it's not White Herb. They Earthquake themselves. The damage actually matters, right? Because I'm actually putting myself in a position where they're -1, by the way, on the Sylveon. And on the Garchomp. Here's Hyper Beam into Instant. I think I might live this. I might be being delusional, but I think I could live. I live. That's very good. As I go for Machagacha here. Okay, Machagacha. Is it even worth it to save Instant at this point? Like, being serious? Can I burn the Garchomp, please? No, I can't. I don't really want to lose a Pokemon here, I think. So they could go back into Gengar. I don't think they Earthquake themselves again here. I go back into Gengar and I Machagacha again. I think they switch to Charizard here. It's Charizard. Yes, Charizard. There's Machagacha. They have to recharge on this turn, so that's worth something. Can I get the burn, please, on the Sylveon? That'd be good. It actually doesn't really matter, but it would have been nice to have. Okay, now what? Now what indeed? I ran out of time. I have to protect both. I don't really like this at all because it means that next turn I'm just in terrible shape. I need them to Mega Evolve. I don't think they're going to. I knew it, and I messed up. Okay, but they go for what here? Was it Charizard? Heat Wave? Okay, what's Sylveon doing then? Hyper Voice or something else? Hyper Beam, okay. Okay, so I think I can still win this because what I can do here is I can go for Disable into Charizard And I can Rage Powder here. Because now I might lose Sinistra, yes, to Weather Ball, but I'll get the Weather Control in exchange. Oh, okay, they actually don't Mega Charizard again. Okay. Here's Disable. Are they gonna Hyper Beam me? Heat Wave is disabled. Hyper Voice, okay. That matters a lot. If I Shadow Ball Sylveon and switch to Politoed here, or in Rage Powder here, is that okay? Okay, they protect Charizard. This is probably good for me, right? Is it good for me? I'm actually not so sure. They're really playing quite smartly in that they're not Mega Evolving here on purpose, which sucks for me, by the way. Garchomp's back out. Okay. So now what? Okay, I'm gonna protect the Machagacha. It's a little bit suspect. By a little bit, I mean a lot. They do Mega Evolve. I could have protected both. Oh well. Okay, this is gonna be pretty down to the wire, I think. Still doable, but suddenly looking kind of spooky. Protect. I have Instant still alive. I have Politoed still alive. Or yeah, Instant and Politoed in the back. Here's Earthquake. I'm gonna lose my Machagacha this turn, my Sinistra. If I'd burned it earlier, it would have been so good, but it didn't. We don't know if it's... No, we know it's not Scarf, right? Yeah, I could have predicted both here. I just got spooked. Okay. Now we get to go into Politoed. And now we get to switch to Incin and go for Weather Ball into Garchomp. Oh wait, they just went for Earthquake. I could have disabled them, but I think they're gonna predict that, right? The disable's somewhat obvious. Have I confirmed that they're not Scarf yet? I actually don't remember. Charizard protects. Okay, let's see what they go for here. It is Earthquake again. I think this thing may be Scarfed. Is that crazy? Also, do I kill Charizard with Politoed here? We've taken Mineral and no bulk is 89%, but I don't know what their bulk situation is. The hashtag bulk situation. Okay, Charizard is no longer disabled. Good for Charizard. Bad for me. It's really tight. It's really down to the wire. I don't know if they're Scarf or not, and I don't know how I'm supposed to find out. I'm going to protect in Weather Ball here. I think they're just going to keep clicking Earthquake here. Here's Protect. It is a very obvious Protect. Here's Earthquake. I think they may be Choice Scarfed. I don't remember ever seeing anything that proves to me that they aren't. Okay. Solar Beam comes out. Okay. Now they're using Solar Beam on this turn. That's actually good for me, believe it or not. They do survive. Okay, so I guess the question is, do I think that my Gengar lives in Earthquake? I'm inclined to say yes. I think I do. I think I will. I have no idea. It's a roll. It's a roll if they're adamant, which they probably are, but it's only a roll if they're adamant max. So I guess maybe I made the wrong play on that turn, actually. That's my fault. They are... Okay. Gengar, hang on. Hang on, Gengar. You got me? Gengar, please? Gengar? Oh my god. Okay, but am I gonna run out of rain turns? Because that's a real threat right now, right? Because once rain ends, Basket Legion is able to go for... It's actually still not over. How many rain turns are left? I should have Weather Balled to get the Garchomp earlier, but it's now... Okay, Gengar survives. It's bulky Garchomp, it doesn't have max attack. How many turns of rain are left? Sash Basket Legion, or like low HP Basket Legion. How many turns of rain are left? 2. So they need a double here. Okay, I should have Parasonged on this turn. They need a double here. Last turn of rain. I'm going to go for Parasong on this turn. And if they go for Last Respects, they win the game. Oh my god, my heart's beating. They got the double, but I countered it. Oh, I found the way to win. Oh my god. Parasong comes out. Rain is going to end here. Oh my god, they got the double. Okay, but is this enough? Perish Counter's at 3. Gengar's is at 3. Basket Legion is at 3. Politoed is at 3. So what I do here now is that I go for the Shadow Ball. This forces them to go for Encore. Or for Aqua Jet. And I Encore them on the same turn. Shadow Ball plus Encore here. They have to Aqua Jet or I will Shadow Ball them. Here's Shadow Ball. Yeah, they know they have to go for Last Respects because I'll Encore them otherwise. Basket Legion goes down. And that was, I think, the highest ranked opponent we've played. Oh my god, that was so close. We didn't even use Parasong until the very end just to cover for double protect. We're gonna get a lot of points off of that. We might get 17 points from that. 18 maybe.
They were higher ranked than us, I think. 16 points. Wait, we're second with that? Hold on. Hang on a second. Why are we second? That doesn't seem right. Did other people play and lose? Hang on a second. I had given up completely. There's no way. We're only 14 points behind the person in first. My God. How many games do I have left? I think I have 2 games left, right? How do I see? Move my big ol' head. 43 out of 45 games. Okay. I'm taking a break. I gotta take a break. I think at this point, the best bet is just to wait till the very end and play 2 and say hope. Because if I play 2 now, people will know where I'm at and they'll try and pass me. I think I have to wait till the very end of the tournament, play my last 2 games. Hope that is enough. Okay, folks, here's the situation. I have 2 games left, which unfortunately appears to be 1 fewer than I need. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. 1 second. I'm going to show you the situation. So if we look at the battle data, I am 5th or 6th. I'm 4th. Somebody above me lost. Oh, okay. Well, but previously the person who was in first was here at 1878. But with 2 games left, there's no chance I can get to 1893. I can't even get to 1878. So I'm basically playing for 3rd. That being said, I feel like I have 2 games left. I'll play them out, see how they go. Yeah, but I'm not waiting until it's currently 9 p.m. I would, like I said, I was gonna wait till 9:30 to try and like catch people off guard. But yeah, since I can't win anyway, I figured I'll just go ahead and play my games now. Okay, it's like a standard team. It has Sylveon. It looks a little bit like a team I've played before. They don't have Sneasler. I actually think that I could justify doing Snorlax plus Haluchi here with Politoed and Sinistra Incin. Sinistra's healing feels kind of important. I'm gonna do Sinistra. Yeah, because I think I might go for stockpiles this game. Yeah, okay. Penultimate my game. We're gonna go with the 1-hit KO mode. We'll have to see what they're going with here. Gotta scout out for different. I guess they have 2 different flying types, which is a little bit spooky, but like Politoed's so good into both of them that it's probably like okay for me. Yeah, I don't know. We'll do our best. We've played many teams that look like this, didn't we? Right? Charizard, Garchomp, Arrow, Gambit, Basculegion, +1, Floette, Sylveon, Sneasler. The nice thing is that okay, Garchomp tends to be brought versus this team or versus my team, I think, because yeah, it's like good. But I actually think that versus the Snorlax mode, it's not actually very good at all. Like Snorlax, Sinistra don't really care about it. In conjunction with Charizard, it can be threatening, but yeah, I think that overall it's actually like totally fine for me to see. Let's see what they do here. 18, so this is the person, 16 win streak. This is the person in second. Hold on a second. I could, oh, can get Aerodactyl. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, this is the person, 16 win streak. Okay, is it Mega Arrow? Because that would be really bad. Mega Arrow would just totally eat my lunch. Why didn't I go for Stockpile first and Protect? Scout for Mega Arrow. Okay, well, that's bad and also bad. That's very bad. I have my berries at least. Okay, that's not good. It's not Charizard. It's good to know. Because the problem is that I didn't bring Incin into this, right? So Dueling Beat is super gonna eat my Halucha for breakfast. Does it eat my Sinistra? My Sinistra will survive. Is that worth anything to me? Not really. You go for Wing Beat, okay. This is low kick for sure. Yeah, I mean, I know what's happening. There's a lot of damage, yes or no? I'm gonna lose a lot of health here. Here's Stockpile. Go up to a decent bit of health. Or +1 defenses. Yeah, I think Snorlax has to be the carry here. So I think I need to keep going for it. I'm about to take a ton of damage from Dual Wing Beat, but I will survive, which is nice. Halucha switches. This game is gonna be really hard. I need to use Body Press basically to get through it. Fill up a bit. Fair bit. You go for Rock Slide. Okay, I guess they realized that the bigger threat was my guy. Another low kick. Okay. 72 down to 78. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage. Please don't flinch. Okay, second Stockpile is good here. Now what? Yeah, now what? Correct and switch to Politoed. Might take a big hit here. Do I kill Mega Aerodactyl with Politoed? Weather Ball? I will if they're not bulky. Which is good, for sure. Just protect from Snorlax. And Wing Beat. Okay, it's okay. Pretty strong, but I am surviving. They crit me. They super crit me. Okay, things are going bad. Who else think it? I fell. But yeah, I was too obvious. I'm still alive, but now things are looking very bad. I need to clear this Gambit, right? That seems like the most important thing right now. I mean, maybe they're not Choppleberry, but I feel like they all are. There's Politoed back out. I'm super losing here, right? I have +2 defense. I'm losing health for sure. They hit both again. Okay, so it's just getting lower. This is gonna be low kick probably. Okay. Like, I'm taking the hits, which is good. Body press off. There's Chopple. Unfortunate. Okay. I bet I take another one here. The thing is, how do I ever win this, right? I can never beat this Aerodactyl, it feels like. I don't think I can ever break this Aerodactyl because it's mega. Yeah, I need an instant here, I guess. Polytoad in the end doesn't do anything. I think I need to protect and switch here, but the turn I got wrong is pretty bad for me. It's really coming back to bite. Sacking off Polytoad feels pretty bad because now it means that I actually can't really ever beat Aerodactyl. I feel like I'm cursed to just try and body press my way through, which certainly can't be right. Like the problem is that all my Pokemon are just dead. Finished to taking damage is bad. Here's Dual Wing Beat. It actually misses Polytoad, okay? And they low kick. Hold on a second. I think Poly would still be alive. That's pretty nice. They're gonna Rock Slide here, right? But I don't think I can do anything about that. I'm gonna Body Press and switch back to Sinistcha. Like, getting rid of Kingambit is only part of the problem. The real issue here is this Aerodactyl, right? There's not really a world in which I can get through it very easily. I'm thinking like, okay, what could be in the back that would allow me to win this? You know what I mean? It's not Charizard. If I could get through the Aerodactyl, I could do it, right? Snorlax at +2 might two-shot the Aerodactyl. But I need to like, how many turns do I need to get that, you know, set up? It'll take forever. This play is super obvious as well. They could protect if they wanted. Killing. They might go for well, they missed again. That doesn't really matter. Missed both. The damage isn't that significant. A low kick, okay. Still alive. Take about 76 from that. Yeah, I get rid of the Gambit. So the biggest threat to my guy is gone right now. To my Snorlax, but I still am not in great shape, right? I just don't have the health. One turn of rain left, probably at least one. Also, it's worth noting that it's not a guaranteed KO with Dual Wing Beat. If they're max attack Jolly, I have a 1.56% chance to live a Dual Wing Beat. Basket Legion, okay. That can't be good. Turns of rain left. Okay, now I sack off Polytoad for sure. It's also worth noting that I can never actually beat this Basket Legion unless I hit Fissure. So that can't be good, right? I'm sacking off Polytoad for real now. I just wasn't able to position it properly. If I had Instant, yeah, well, if I had Instant, things would be different. Okay, here's Dual Wing Beat. So now what? Like, I'm just dead, right? You go for Wave Crush, I guess? Liquidation. So there's Sash. Okay. Okay, go Sinistcha. Okay, here's the plan. I go Sinistcha, and I hope that Body Press two-shots this arrow, or do I go for a third? Hang on, let me think about this. Let's say this turn goes well. I go Protect Sinistcha, they Dual Wing Beat. Because I'm out of resources, straight up. I think I need to. I don't think I can bank on Body Press two-shotting here because they very likely have some bulk, and even with only 2 HP, the odds are only 70%. So I think I'm gonna go for a third stockpile, and I'm going to protect on this turn. So I protect on this turn, and the next turn I Body Press and do whatever. Just protect. Okay. They can also miss. Oopsie, hit the mic. A Rock Slide. Oh my god. You dodge. Basically, the Dual Wing. Okay, they're going after Sinistcha. Okay. Your stockpile 3. Okay, so the plan is simple. Okay, now I go for Body Press. I'm going to try and get rid of this arrow the old-fashioned way. And I'm just going to go for Macha Gotcha. Or should I'm going to Trick Room. A Rock Slide. If that had missed Sinistcha... Oh, that crit my Snorlax. That can't be good. That's not good. Sorry, Sinistcha. Good effort. With only one... Wait, is there a chance I live this? I probably was close, to be honest, because it's only one stack. Okay, so Sinistcha's down. My Snorlax got crit. Let's see if I get flinched. The odds are not in my favor. Like, eventually I'm gonna get unlucky. Here's Body Press. Okay. I do over half. I did need the third stockpile here. So now we have a guessing game of, is Aerodactyl going to protect or not? And it's a very frightening game. Because I have Hawlucha. I've already shown protect. My inclination is to go for Fissure here. I have used Detect already. I'm gonna call Aerodactyl to protect. I'm going to go for Entrainment and Fissure, and we're going to call Aerodactyl to protect here. Let's see. Okay, I got the call wrong. I could have killed them, but that's okay. Okay, here's Entrainment. I now have No Guard, which is good. I heart having No Guard. I heart using No Guard with my No Guard on. Let's see how much damage I take, though. The Liquidation shouldn't do that much. Like, the thing is, I'm close, and now I'm less close. That was coming eventually, right? And actually now Body Press might not KO. Just crazy. Crazy business. Yeah, I think I lost. I think I needed everything to go my way to win and I just didn't get it. Okay, but imagine last Pokemon Sylveon. Imagine I get this turn right and they do go for Dual Wing Beat. Like, it's pretty obvious I want to protect my Snorlax, right? Okay, imagine they're like, oh, I don't want to get fissured, right? So they protect Basket Legion. They didn't protect Arrow. Yeah, I could have done better. They can't miss now. Wait, Entrainment. Is that another crit? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the fate of the strategy, right? They go for last respects. But I think crit flinch is kind of probably gonna be the end for me. I get another KO. I am close is the thing, right? Like I'm actually quite close. I'm so close. If I'd hit the fissure, it would be winnable. And like I'm really close. Charizard's the last mon. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. Protect Snorlax. Bravebird Basculegion? Charizard is the last. And they Mega to Arrow. Maybe this turn. Maybe this turn they make a mistake. Maybe they go for liquidation. Here's Bravebird. It's like it's very close. I do a lot of damage, actually more than I wanted. So I might be in Heat Wave range now. Heat Wave, okay. Miss? No, can't miss. What am I saying? I live. And I get burnt. Okay. And I could have fissured. I could have fissured and won the game. That's crazy. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I got another read. And the thing is, it's probably the difference of like the defense drop plus the crit in the end. That's probably the exact amount that I'm losing by. I don't think I live liquidation here, right? I could have fissured and maybe won. Like +3 special defense is no joke. I'll go for another protect. Yeah, this person's probably gonna win the tournament off this win. But yeah, well played to them. I didn't really have good interest in Mega Arrow. Also, I dodged a couple moves from the arrow. And also I didn't flinch like really at all. Like I only got one flinch. And honestly, given how many rock slides I took, it should have been more. Yeah, I failed the double. Like, okay, here, let's see if I was right. I feel like if I'd taken out the Basculegion last turn, how much does this do? 53 down to 28. I was probably gonna lose. Yeah, GG's. So unfortunately, the one-hit KO team was not strong enough to beat Mega Aerodactyl. I guess, yeah, I didn't really consider like what would happen if they Mega Evolved. Also, good recognition to them for realizing they needed to Mega Evolve there because like, they brought Charizard. So if I yeah had just a little bit more health, it would have been very doable. But yeah, well played. Okay, I'll put my last game, but well, I mean, I was already unable to win the tournament, even if I'd beaten that player, so that's all good. Okay, my last game of the tournament, and it's against a rain. Wait, a rain? Oh, it is a rain team. It's a Perish Trap plus rain team, but it also is a team with Mega Blastoise mode. I would like to do Snorlax Hawlucha stuff, to be honest. You know what? It's the last game of the tournament. I can't win anyway. I don't have Fake Out or anything. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not go for a little bit of magic here? Do I want Incin here? Not really. Incin doesn't do anything, I guess. But the thing is, neither does Politoed. Do I want Gengar? No Mega Gengar. Okay, I could lead Incin, right? No, I want to lead Hawlucha. I'll bring Incin just so I can stall a little bit. This feels right. All right, my last game of the tournament. Let's see what we are facing off against here. Looks like a Perish Trap team to me, or like a team with a Perish mode. Blastoise Mega and Gengar Mega are the obvious choices. Talonflame Sylveon. Okay, that's not great. But I have Incin in the back, so it's kind of okay. I will take a ton of damage from anything with the Sylveon. I'm gonna stockpile Mega Evolve and Detect. I think I have gone down before to Sylveon Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice is a roll to kill if they're modest max, which seems likely, and they're also probably trained down Speed Me because they're gonna want. Yeah. So this makes sense to me. I'll just Detect here. I'm guessing they have Blastoise in the back. It's my guess here. I'm actually not even sure if Detect is any good here. like I maybe she was just supposed to Incin out immediately. See what they go for. Show me Hyper Beam. Show me Tailwind Hyper Beam. Here's Tailwind. So this is probably Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice. Yeah, makes sense. So let's see if we can figure out the item from this. Hyper Voice does, I had 267, now I have 191. That actually did a lot of damage. 267 and minus 191. Good, I don't do like any damage. Like a 3 KO at best. That can't be good. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage. That can't be good. -1 on both, which is all right. Let's see if they burn me. They wing beat, okay. Incin's taking damage. Here's another Hyper Voice most likely. It could be Yawn as well. Hyper Voice again. So strong. 155 down to 85. So I will take another, but not by much. Here's another stockpile. I'm going to +3, and then I think I'm just going to start clicking Fissure because it's a roll whether or not Hyper Voice KOs me. Stockpile again. Fake Out. Maybe I'll body press the Talonflame to take away Gale Wings, but like the thing is, it's still faster than me. It's way faster than me if it's max speed, which it really should be. They switched Talonflame out. Okay, that's actually really good for me. Here's Blastoise. That's excellent. How many turns of Tailwind are left? Fake Out. Onto the Sylveon. There should be. Is this the last turn of Tailwind? I think it is, right? +3. Last turn of Tailwind, right? Yes. Who else think it? Last turn of Tailwind. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna protect Incineroar or Snorlax. I'm gonna sack off Incineroar here. Okay, cool. I expect this to be like Water Spout plus Hyper Voice, I guess. Talonflame's like the only flying type on this team, right? It could be Aura Sphere coming out here. I'm just not that worried about Aura Sphere. We already know it doesn't do much more than a quarter. Spout. Okay, well that's not good. Hello. Incin, I don't think this is saving you, buddy. I think you're super dead. Bye-bye. It's okay. Incineroar did its job. It bought me time for Snorlax to set up. Okay, who should I go after here? Sylveon or I do think the Blastoise is the bigger threat, but I also think that the Sylveon is the one that's the Blastoise is also the one that's more likely to switch here. So I go Hawlucha. I'm already Mega Evolved. They no longer have Tailwind, so this is the turn. I have three choices here. The first choice is should I guess it's two. Should I Fissure Sylveon or should I Fissure Blastoise? Blastoise again is probably the bigger threat, but I think Sylveon's spread damage is more annoying. The second question is who should I entrainment? Because I could entrainment Snorlax, and I could also entrainment Sylveon and cut its damage like dramatically. I kind of feel like bird in the hand here. Snorlax is +3. I'm gonna sacrifice Hawlucha. Okay, I'm super sacrificing Hawlucha, I guess. I could have got Blastoise, so that might have been my fault. Here's No Guard. Take over Sphere. Okay, there's a chance Hawlucha survives then. About a quarter of my health as we expected. Hyper Voice comes out. Let's see if Lucha survives. Does not. So that's not great. I'm now down 2 against 3. But there is some good news, which is that I get rid of Sylveon. So it is 2 versus 3. Snorlax is about 75% healthy, and Snorlax has 3 boosts. So all of that is positive. We've seen Water Spout and Aura Sphere from the Blastoise. We have not seen Protect, Dark Pulse, or Water Pulse. They only have 2 of those. Normally they'll run Dark Pulse, right? Surely. I guess I'm actually worried about Politoed coming in and going from Perish Song. Okay, but they go for Talonflame. All right. So then, who's the last Pokemon? It's Politoed, Gengar, and Archaludon, right? Because they can't Perish Song me very easily. If they'd gone into Politoed there and gone for Perish Song, I would have lost because I can never beat the Talonflame quickly enough. Okay, they don't Protect, so they need to crit me on this turn, basically. See what Talonflame goes for. It's going for Dual Wing Beat into the Protect. Okay, I guess this is Water Spout then. Yeah, Spout comes out. Okay, so that's pretty good. They need to crit me on this turn. Otherwise, I think we're gonna have a bad time. No crit. Okay, I'm still pretty healthy. Here's Fissure. It's the end of Blastoise. Sent to the center of the earth. Probably my penultimate Fissure of the tournament. One last one for the road is coming up, but yeah, knocking out the Mega in one hit feels pretty good. It's now a 2 against 2. I just protected though, and my Pokemon are damaged, and I can't actually damage this Talonflame very easily. Let's see what the last Pokemon is here. It's Archaludon. Okay. So then I don't need to worry about Perish Song. I'm gonna go for Fissure here, and I am gonna Trick Room. I think that's best. Dual Wing comes out into Sinistcha. I don't get crit on the first one. The second one also doesn't crit, so I'm still alive. This is their last chance probably to crit me and win the game. They go for Draco into Sinistcha? Oh, okay. So they basically say, hey, I don't think your Snorlax is going to be on my Talonflame, and they could be right about that. Body Press, even at +3, is doing at best, it's at best a 3-hit KO. Fissure comes out. I didn't even know that's how that worked. Can I be honest? How much time is left in the battle? 12 minutes. Okay, so I can protect. Do they have Will-O-Wisp? I didn't know Sturdy prevented that. Also, I didn't think they had Sturdy. I mean, I on a rain team, you would always expect it to be Stamina, so I don't think I made the wrong play per se. But yeah, hang on a second. Fissure is not effective. I've got 2 Pokemon here I can't hit. Dual Wing comes out. Draco Meteor comes out. This gives them another chance to crit Draco. They can't miss because of No Guard. Dual Wing Beat's not going to do any damage. The question is this Archaludon. It's -2 and I'm +3, but a critical hit will ignore all of their drops and all of my boosts. It would kind of be a fitting way to go out, and they're actually, I think, stalling the time right now. I think they've realized that they can win if the time runs out, and they have 5 minutes on the clock. So here's Dual Wing Beat. It will never miss. 184 down to 171. 184 down to 156. It is adding up. Are they going to crit me with this attack? Draco Meteor comes out. It cannot miss, remember. Does not crit on this one. I am taking damage, though. That was like a quarter of my health, I think. I go for Body Press. This is not going to KO. It's a lot of damage, though. They're going to have one more chance to crit me with Archaludon. I don't think the Talonflame crits will do enough. I'm going to Protect. Like, I think I'll have enough time to win, even if they stall it out. Let's see what they go for here. Protect. Thank goodness they don't have Will-O-Wisp. Another Draco, okay. Okay, folks, this is it. This is potentially... This is the last turn where I can get really, really boomed in the tournament. I'm going to go for Body Press into Archaludon. There's no Protect. Dual Wing Beat the first one. Here's the second. 136. Okay. How much is Draco Meteor going to do? Is it going to critical hit here? It's now -4? -4 Draco Meteor versus +3 Snorlax. This is not a very powerful move. I don't get crit. Okay. Archaludon goes down. It's now a 1 versus 1. Talonflame versus Snorlax. Body Press comes out. Archaludon only has 20% left. Snorlax's defense boost doing a ton of work here, allowing it to become a decent offensive threat. Archaludon is down. It's now a 1 versus 1. Talonflame versus Snorlax. We've only seen Dual Wing Beat and Tailwind from this Talonflame. We've not seen the other 2 moves. I only get 5 more Protects, but I think it's worth it. Keep in mind that once our health becomes about even, I will win on timer, so I don't think they have time to run it out. They forfeit. Yeah, they understand they're never getting through Snorlax and Body Press. Body Press should have been about a 3 or at worst a 4 hit KO. On no bulk, it's a guaranteed 3 hit KO. And just like that, the tournament is over. It was 45 games, finishing at 1850, one of my highest placements in a grand or global challenge ever. So I'm really happy with that. I think that's a tremendous run. I consider this to be a real success. I'm pretty fried, to be honest. I'm pretty tired, so I'll throw it to me in the actual edited version to a more eloquent outro. But yeah, just like that, 6th overall should be right around here. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this went. This was a lot of fun.